The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. What's today? April 25th, episode 164 of Collectors Club. Doors are open. We're here to kick back, relax, and talk about this week's topics in pop culture and all that other fun stuff. Just going to chill and talk about collecting. I hope everyone's doing well. Had a great week. Ken, what's going on, man? How was your week?
Good week. Back to work full steady. Yeah, just a normal week. Week went fast when I'm back to work now. The days go fast. So I'm back to making money and enjoying, feeling productive. So it was good. All good.
Making money in statues, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Good to see you.
You too.
Jerry,
Thanks.
Jerry, what's going on, man? Happy Friday to you. What's crack-a-lackin'?
Not much. Long week. But, it's Friday. And started a new game yesterday, so just been doing that.
What game are we playing now?
Some game called Expedition 33. It's an RPG.
Okay. Is that like... Okay, the only RPG I've played...
Yeah, say something old.
Like this, where I was like, I put it down. I think I played 15 minutes, and I'm like, nope, not happening. Not today, Satan. Oblivion?
It's funny because that just re-came out.
Yeah.
They just remastered it.
Did
Well,
they
it would be
actually?
the original that he played.
No, this was like the original.
Yeah.
And you go and you meet, and everything is a decision. And I don't want to play my life in a game. I need to just kick back and relax. So is it that style?
And that's more... No, that's more like an action RPG. And this one's more turn-based.
Okay.
Like the old Final Fantasies and stuff like that. But they add like a couple little things to make it a little actiony and stuff like that. You could dodge, parry, stuff like that. It's really good so far.
Okay.
Haven't been able to put too much time into it, but really enjoying so far.
Good way to shut off the brain and relax a bit. Awesome. Johnny, what's going on, man? Happy Friday.
What's up, man? Happy Friday. You know what's funny? I actually have been looking forward to the show since
Monday.
Tuesday morning. Yeah.
It's Tuesday. We really made that much of an impact on Monday, eh?
Yeah. No. Truth be told, man, like Monday was just like they kicked off the bomb off the plane, and then by Tuesday it was like halfway there, but I could hear the rudder on the ground. And then by
Okay.
Wednesday, like all hell just broke loose.
It's great. There goes our YouTube channel. We'll have...
So yeah, it was
Can't
just,
say those two words in the same sentence, so that's fine. We'll see what happens.
it was just terrible, man. Yeah. But you know what? I'll leave it up to the Most High. But just glad to be here. I actually tried to kind of piggyback off of Jerry. I was trying to play Oblivion because they just remastered it. But on the Xbox, there's a thing where it's on the cloud, so you don't have to download the game. You could just use your internet and just
Yeah, Game
hop
Pass.
on.
Yep.
Yeah, Game Pass. There you go. But there was just so many users that I wasn't able to connect all day today. So I was actually playing the game Jerry was talking about right now. It's not too bad.
If you gave me $1 million to repeat the name of the game, I wouldn't be able to. What was it again? Undetected 364 or something?
Expedition 33.
Expedition
There's
33.
there's a first part to it, but you ain't gonna worry about that one.
Oh, we'll lose them if we say the whole title.
I was close. We have a full
No.
we have a full panel scheduled tonight. Everybody still must be on that plane Johnny was talking about. But hopefully everyone's gonna trickle in, and we'll be celebrating another Friday. Let's see who's in the chat. Kicking it off as always. Toy Mafia, what's going on, buddy? Happy Friday to you. We got Nice Guy. What's going on, man? Welcome back. Nice Guy was traveling. Shot some nice XM gallery content. Love to see it. Dennis, what's going on? Dennis says, hi, guys. That Moon Knight is fire. I pre-ordered it and have no more space. Dennis, you didn't have space 4 statues ago, Dennis.
Yeah, really.
The question is, will you be keeping the box? Ooh. Congrats, though, man. Random Green, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Pats in the bell for each channel member. What's going on? Always good to hang out. Theo, evening, fellas. Enjoy the show. I'll watch the replay tonight. Take it easy, man. Have a great weekend. Walton, good to see you, man. Who else is here? We got Joseph. Happy Friday, buddy. Actually, Joseph, we got a room tour coming from Joseph for the everyday display soon as well, which is going to be awesome. Damiano, great to see you. Thanks for being a channel member.
And you know what's funny? I caught the live premiere of Theo's, but I kid you not, it was literally like, and thank you, Theo, for showing us your display. If anyone wants to, send something, here's my email. I was like, damn, I hit it right at the end of the video.
Oh, that's when you got in live? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 20 something. Theo's was awesome.
It was.
Who else we have in here? We got Cypher in here. Oh my god, EXP33 is amazing, he says. Well, Walton saying I spent 7 years in, I guess that's going to say World of Warcraft, and had 364 days in game time. Jeez.
Oh,
I retired when I realized I almost spent an entire year of my life in the game. That's crazy.
I can't do it. I can't do MMOs. MMOs, you have to. I did a little bit of Final Fantasy 15. 14. And MMOs, you gotta fucking spend your life in that game. I can't do those.
MMOs are
like that, like World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those massive worlds like that?
Yeah.
It's essentially the base never changes, but events do. But it's always
you step away for a little bit, everything's changed, everything's updated. All your gear is useless now.
The closest I got to that was Sims. Remember Sims? Where you can try to pick up people?
Yeah.
They still make them.
That's
Do
a
they
big
actually? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they still make sense.
A lot of girls like playing that game now.
Wow.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Like, they really do.
For sure. Who else we got? We got Gamoya stopping by. What's going on, Gamoya? Good to see you. Battle Cat. What's going on, Battle Cat? Good to see you as well. Got to speak with Battle Cat. Awesome guy. Beautiful collection. Rocket Punch. Good to see you. TGIF. 100%. Catch up on some sleep. Black Swordsman's in the house. What's going on, brother? E-Man. Pedro. Full house tonight. Pedro says I'd probably still be playing the Star Wars MMORPG, but I wore out my gaming house.
That poor mouse.
Kamoy says he spent 14 years in Final Fantasy, but the majority of my life was that and living and enjoying Osaka. Whatever Osaka is, man. Cheers to you. So what's going on? What's going on in the life of have you guys been doing anything? Collecting any pre-orders? Anything exciting?
I ain't trying to pre-order nothing. Especially with how things are. It's like, could you I guess if Prime 1 you'd be stuck pre-ordering from Sideshow. Like at least to guarantee your money in some way.
If you want Prime 1?
Yeah. Like I wouldn't pre-order from Prime 1 with everything going on.
Well, well, that's understandable.
And even some of the other retailers,
the silence.
Like, I don't know if I would trust many of them.
You're at that point.
Yeah.
Silence.
Who would you order from? You'd feel comfortable though.
For Prime 1, probably Sideshow, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably the safest, at least with your NRD.
Do you have to pay taxes in your state?
From Sideshow, yeah, that doesn't. I think everybody does.
I named this episode "Remain Calm" because I feel like no, I'm serious. I feel like the last couple weeks in the hobby, it's been. You ever see an ant hill when you pour water on it? Everybody's just scrambling. I don't know what to do. Catwoman's releasing early. Prime 1's not answering. What's this? What's that? What's this tariff? What? Hold.
I'm comfortable over here with the customs. I got like 3 pre-orders and that's it. Just made my last payment on one, and that's should be shipping probably soon, and that's it. Man. I'll live in the Jarhead world.
I have one custom pre-order, so this is my first one actually.
I hate to see it. Which one? Which custom?
Dark Side on Throne.
Oh yeah. We say I ask you every week, and I always. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's a monster right there.
Yeah, quarter scale too. It looks as big as my 1/3 Dark Side, my Prime 1. Looks massive.
Yeah.
Man, Ken, you're gonna be able to sit on it, man. That's how big that thing is.
We'll get to it when we talk about Prime 1. We can talk about it now a little bit now, but right now, Valentine says right now, if you want to get to 35% off Detective 1000, they still want to charge you $832.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's economy. The thing with Prime 1's Prime 1's communication right now has been really tough.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because like that's even how much of a guarantee is that they're even going to ship it? Because they just keep talking about that they're holding all shipments. So they're going to charge you that and then be like, well, we'll ship it in a couple weeks, depending what happens.
No, so apparently, this is what I'm talking about. I saw a post today of an email from Prime 1 to somebody else. And I commented on the post to get more information, and I lost the post. I don't know where the post went, so I got to try to find it. I tried to find it before the show. Didn't have enough time. But essentially what it says is they're lifting the holds. They're not holding product anymore. And it said we have an update, click here. But the guy took a picture of the email, so you can't click. So I commented in the post, say, hey, that link where it says click here, can you post that in the group? And I lost the group. And I went on Prime 1's site and I can't find it anywhere.
Well, I guess I'll find out in like 2 weeks, because I got my Yennefer should be shipping in like 2 weeks. They should be taking the last payment and the shipping.
So if anybody saw that post, if you want to send it my way.
Yeah, because like mine never went on hold, my order. And I had emailed them, and they said that I emailed them a couple days last week. They said that they were going to hold shipments. They were going to announce something soon. Obviously, they didn't announce anything.
I always said my deadline for Prime 1, for companies, not just Prime 1, but most companies nip the bullet right off the bat. But my cutoff before, like really pressing them, was going to be the first week of May. Most companies, almost all companies already came out and said, gave us an update. Even Tweeterhead, but Tweeterhead was more of a, we'll keep you posted, we're still looking into it kind of thing.
They give you an update about updating at some point.
Hey, Ross in the house. What's going on, Ross? Great to see you. Happy Saturday. Hope you and the crew are doing well. Always great to have you on. Mitchell. What's going on, Mitchell? Pedro says his custom Red Sonja is shipping soon.
Nice.
So I don't know. With Prime, so this whole thing with Prime too is they removed, for the US customers at least, they removed standard shipping. So you remember how you used to have standard, which is by air, and then economy, which would be by boat. So now it's just economy, and it's expensive.
You think they did that just in preparation of, like, they already know no one's going to be like paying the bigger price, that they just removed it altogether?
Well, you know, their sales. I'm sorry, guys.
No, please, Ken.
I was looking at their sales today because they have a lot of statues way down. And actually, even though the shipping is really high, a lot of them are still under the original retail with shipping because they discounted them so much.
Yeah.
It's not completely a bad thing. I mean, some of these pieces have like $1,000 shipping, $1,100 shipping, but they mark the statue down so much that overall it's still lower than the retail before shipping. So you're actually getting a retail piece with free shipping.
So it balances out.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still a better deal because Prime 1 shipping was always high. So if you had a piece you liked for $2,000, shipping would have been $400 to $500 typically. Now that piece, because they discounted it, although the shipping went up, you're getting it for $2,000 shipped. So you're actually making out. I probably looked at about a half, or probably close to a dozen pieces I was looking at.
Yeah, we can pull it up.
Mhm.
So we'll see. I think they remove the air shipping because that's where, isn't that where you get?
Tariffs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
by boat. But even that sale, a lot of people were complaining about the sale. We got to remember, their customers aren't just in the States too, right? It's worldwide.
Again, they're
America
going to try
first,
to get
John.
rid of the same pieces they've
For
been trying to
ages.
get rid of for, forever.
You know, man,
Keep
it
pushing
don't,
those.
it don't matter. USA first before anyone, John. Everyone comes second.
No, that's that. No,
Yeah, that's not a good business model.
not at all.
At least not for them.
There goes a joke. You know what? I'm glad. Every time I say a joke here, just in real life, bro, it kills. It kills. But I come here, nothing.
You gotta leave
Absolute
it
nothing.
to the professionals.
Is the whole Johnny just
It's too much.
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one it comes from. Jokes don't really.
Yeah.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat because it's just gonna. We're at like the 20-minute mark. I'll wait till the 20-minute mark. After the 20-minute mark, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Anyone wants to join? It's free game.
You know what? I want Stanley to join tonight. I want him to make.
I haven't seen Stanley in here yet, so
Oh, he's watching.
He doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure he's an AI.
I hope everybody's good though. Because where's everybody? What else happened?
Oh, I know a good one that happened.
What?
That trailer.
Badlands.
I have it here. Well, I don't have the trailer, but yeah, a lot of people not happy with that thing.
I love it.
You like
Man,
it?
honestly, I mean, I'm a big cinephile. Just the sound alone is amazing.
Mhm.
But the whole everything, I really dig it. I really dig it.
I mean, you can't make all the Predators look the same. And this thing looks different. I think the whole, and we're only seeing a small snippet too, but everything I saw was good. I mean, I'm tired of the same old Predator movies. It's just change it up.
No, did you ever
Most of
read
them
the
fail.
comics?
No.
No? Okay. Well, the comics are kind of out there, a lot of the storylines. And like
Yeah.
Star Wars, Dark Horse, when they took over the license, they really went expansive. And a lot of it, or not a lot of it, but a lot of bits and bobs I could see from the trailer, like just how different it is and they're implementing new stuff. I really think it's needed. And I
I
think
do too.
as out there as Romulus was, I think the same thing for Prey. We're entering new territories that are different, and it's fresh for the franchise, but it's nothing too risky. I think this is an amazing.
I can't wait. I'm more excited for that than I am of Fantastic Four and Superman.
Really?
I'm gonna have to agree.
Comic Galaxy, what's going on, brother? Happy Friday. What's going on,
What's
Knight?
up, man?
Happy Friday to you.
I always laugh at his profile.
Saying a Predator movie and calling yourself a cinephile, that's almost an oxymoron.
You know what, Walton? Join the live, bro. I want you to join the live right now. But no, this if you really pay attention to just the sound, it's very, very crisp.
Yeah.
That Predator roar
Yeah,
at the end,
I'll
was amazing.
I'll listen to the audio track at home for free. For that, it's a movie. You know what I mean?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
This is what he looks like.
Yeah, I love that.
It looks like a human that's turning into a predator.
Someone, I'm not even gonna say it. That's fine.
It's the eyes. That's what it is.
I think it's just because the dreads aren't all over his head. I mean, if the dreads were all over his head, he'd look like a regular Predator. But I don't see anything. It's just a different take on him. I mean, it's different. Look at our own population. How different people can look.
Yeah,
Why
I don't
would they
think.
be-
Look at our own pop.
looks
If I
great.
walk down the street, I saw someone looking like that.
I guarantee you probably can find a lot of people look like that.
Yeah.
Go down to New York.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bang,
Yeah,
bang,
I don't think he looks great, but I think it's fine that predators look different.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Morning, Buck. How's
But
it going, brother?
Look,
Rise
bud.
and shine.
What's up, Buck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
bro.
think this is a nice change. I think the movie's going to be a little bit different. I think, change it up enough to where we feel like we're watching something different, not the same old stuff regurgitated.
Like, well, again,
Well-
and a lot of the other ones that failed. Like, for as high as people hold Predator is like 80%, 90% of the movies have failed.
It's true though. That Predator from
Most of
Prey
them are not good.
was pretty ugly too.
But that was a
movie.
success, that was
With
a
the-
successful
with the score-
movie.
Yeah, but that was a good movie. That's one of
Yeah,
the few
movie was good.
good Predator movies.
And this looks like it's going to incorporate Alien because Wayland's in there, and it has one of those.
Yeah.
Cybernetic.
Yeah,
humans.
cybernetic droid. It's a female. Or
Yeah, so supposedly there might be a Predator in
Dakota.
the Alien movie they're making. Supposedly there's a Predator in the script or
boy.
some shit like that.
Damn, we're gonna do it again and fail again.
Well, I think that this film has a lot of strong celebrity influence. Like we got
Dakota Fanning.
Henry Cavill.
I saw this.
Oh
me
my
too.
god. Oh, bro.
Henry Cavill's playing a Predator. Man, Jim Carrey.
Come on,
Bro.
show Diddy. I know you had the Diddy one.
Look at that forehead.
If you didn't tell me Jim Carrey, I wouldn't have known this was Jim
I
Carrey.
didn't
Yeah,
know that
okay.
was
Are you
good.
serious?
Still doesn't
Yeah,
look
I
like Jim
actually didn't know
Carrey
that.
after you
That
tell
looks
me.
exactly like Jim Carrey, man.
Okay.
I didn't. Most of them I couldn't figure out. I couldn't figure out Robert Downey. I see now. but
Robert
first-
Downey. Doom, Iron Man, a Predator. God damn. He was bitten. So apparently, if you get bitten and not killed, you transform into one. So, our poor Dutch. Look at all the celebrity. He's not
Who's
called.
this?
Bale? Christian
Christian
Bale.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Man, isn't AI fun now? You know what I mean? Like, we don't got a picture in our heads. We can just put it on the screen now.
Coming out of retirement, Brad Pitt. God,
He's retired?
See, I wouldn't have caught this one either.
wow. Okay.
I feel like this one I would have been able to tell. The only one I couldn't tell was Jim Carrey.
Really? Okay.
Jim Carrey. I
This
definitely
looks like
couldn't
Brad
do it.
Pitt.
This looks like
It does have to like. I don't have no idea who this is.
J&D's
Keanu
doing this
Reeves.
one. They already announced it.
Who was it?
Keanu
Keanu.
Reeves.
Oh, okay. Like,
Spear
when
or
when say
pistol?
the
You gotta
name,
choose
you
one.
see it.
Red pill, blue pill. My favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, that was funny.
He blows up his own ship. You hate to see it.
He's
That
the
was
only
funny.
one with
A little hair there.
this hairline in.
Yeah.
We got a few people in here. Ross asking, "Hey John, any news on when Prime One Mr. Freeze is up for order?" Nothing yet, good sir. No news.
Next year, man. Next
It'll be a while. It'll be a while. Yeah.
It's gonna get announced on the tech stream, the Friday. What is the Friday stream called? Collectors Club.
It'll get. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not, but yeah, it should be right.
No, I remembered because it's on the top right.
Yeah, I'm about to say like it's on the top.
And you're on it every Friday too. That's the other worry.
Dude, I don't even know what time any of the streams I'm on start.
I could tell. Statue Kingdom, what's going on, brother? Happy Friday to you as well. Actually, I posted a picture. He ordered his first statue, Statue Kingdom, and it got tariffed. Not by much, but a little tariff there.
Oh yeah, Star
From
Trek. Right?
Sideshow. From Sideshow. It was a Bishojo, some
Kotobukiya.
one of those female-based statues.
Yeah.
saw that.
Jesus, what's going on, brother? Based on the comics, I think I know who this young Predator is.
Yeah, I heard this too.
And if it is him, it's a dope-ass character. Okay.
Yeah,
What's the nice
pretty
green?
bad.
Yeah. See, Keith. See, I was thinking the same thing. I was just telling Ken right now. I don't know if you were already here or not, but I'm getting a lot of the comic stuff from this movie.
If anybody wants to hop on the show, I'm going to call it now. 25 minutes in. There's the link. You guys can hop on.
Also, what do you think about the Independence Day alien? You think that's
Easter egg.
legit? Because the mouse owns that property as well. So
Wait, Disney owns this? Well, I guess it's Fox, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah, Disney owns it. I think it's just an Easter egg.
A+, what's going on, brother?
Well, again, they can make that collab movie, but I don't think that's going to be a success. Alien
You know
versus
what? You know
Predator
what shouldn't have
versus
been a
Independence Day.
maybe. You know what should not have been a success? That was a success. Is the Kong and Godzilla movies.
Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
I like the one. I like the one that
It's
Ken.
just like
I didn't mind the
Ken
one
got
that's
serious.
based on Ken's
Just
Ken
cover
statue.
his face up, man. You know.
Wait, Ken, do you like
No,
the movie where both of them are in them together?
I like the Godzilla. Here's my favorites of the group. King of the Monsters, which got a bad rap because they had too many. People were complaining too many people or too many, interactions with people. But it tells a story, so it's crazy. I like to understand what's going on, and the only way you can do that is by having people talk about it. And then I like Godzilla versus Kong. The last one I didn't like as nearly much. Didn't like as much. And Kong Skull Island, if it's just a Kong movie, I thought that was a great movie. But yes, but the King of the Monsters did. Crazy enough, like Godzilla vs Kong did really well because that exactly that led right out of COVID. So it was like a big initiator for the new movies. People getting out seeing the movie. It did great. The last one did good too because of overseas. But now the nice thing about it is, which will change your mind, Buck. I know it's going to change your mind. Is they have a whole new director with a whole new idea. So then the new one coming out is going to be different. So open up your horizons, man.
We'll see.
Alan, what's going on?
Hey, but you know what? Godzilla. Hey, Alan.
Stop
The new introduction with Godzilla was it 2013, 2014? That movie holds up so well. I watched it the other day, and man, like it flies by so quick. I think it's still a steady movie.
The biggest complaint about that is you hardly had any monster time, and you're watching it to see these things. So, and they proved that drastically in King of the Monsters. But
you know, I think it goes back to my liking of the older movies because they kind of did the same thing. Like you had to wait for that payoff. I think probably that's why I like it. But I'm also there with you. I'm with you on that. Though.
So, Buck, unless you have one of these pieces in your display, man, you can't talk about them.
Wow.
I think the statues are what they are. I'm just talking about the movies, you know.
Oh,
Alan, what do you think of Prime One's new Predator statue they're going to be working on? Coming to the collection, awesome. Right, Alan?
Yeah, I definitely, man, I want two of those.
Two of them, right?
You collect a couple of those.
I did see this photo today, and I thought this would be badass. I don't know what scale, but can you imagine a trophy room like this?
Ooh, man, that's awesome.
Oh wow!
How do you make this into a statue, though?
Just like they did the first piece that came to mind was XM Maestro, right? If they kind of did that concept, you could do kind of like a throne concept where he's sitting, and then around him are all the skulls.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Something like that. Like that could be really badass.
I think instead of him sitting, could be some kind of trophy wall.
Yeah.
And he's in front of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, it doesn't have to be a throne piece. It just has to be a trophy room showing all these pieces. That would be incredible.
Or just have a trophy room separate without him.
Yeah.
This shit would be so expensive and so big.
No, it wouldn't be Prime 1 scale, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like Prime 1 did this already.
No, Prime 1 did for City Hunter. They did a few trophies.
Yeah, but those are just laying around the floor.
Yeah, those aren't. They don't have a wall or anything.
Mine does.
Custom make it. Well, yeah, you have to custom make it.
Even the XM Predator Warrior has a bunch of trophies. Alan has that piece. It has a bunch of trophies. I think it has some of the nicest skulls out of the Predator pieces on the base.
I just saw these and thought it could be cool. That would be
This
pretty
is cool.
Awesome.
I wish Prime 1 would do a Predator on throne piece. A really good one, 3rd scale. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Be
I like the
Is there a specific like reference for that interests you, Alan, or you just like the idea of a pet
I,
predator on
I
a
like
throne?
the idea of it, and I think they should use the elder predator from the Predator vs. Alien movie.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about with the spear. With the spear. Yeah. Oh,
Has
yeah.
there been any Predator movie them sitting down at all?
No, they
No?
never show anything like that.
Alan, are you very into custom statues?
No.
No.
I've had a couple in the past, and they were nice, but I find that I hold on to them for a couple months, and I flip them.
Yeah. The reason why I asked is because there seems to be a heavy correlation between people that like custom statues and people that like thrown pieces.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm just,
Well, not necessarily, because A Plus just said these thrown pieces are getting annoying.
That new Dark Side one is it?
Yeah, they did in Requiem. I thought I remembered in Requiem, Black Swordsman saying that one sat down.
Okay.
Find that one time the character sat down and make a picture throw.
Find that 5-second clip, and we're gonna make a statue.
I remember that. That's why I asked, because I'm thinking I remember seeing it. It wasn't quite. I don't know if it was a throne. I thought it maybe was in a ship.
Yeah,
it was.
This is a statue community, Ken. As long as he's sitting down, it's a throne piece. No matter.
And I don't think you have to see him in a. It could be like a mythos style.
He could be sitting on the floor. He's a throne.
I'm sitting on a throne right now.
Golden throne.
I know it's not in the movie, but I remember watching, because when DVDs were still a thing, I watched the bonus features religiously as a kid for AVP and Part 1. And the Mayan pyramids that they have, the concept artwork, they actually had some predators sitting with the Mayans, like side by side, like the main tribal chief and the main predator. I don't know which one it is, because there's 3 of them, but one of the main ones, because how they always say the aliens made the pyramids. It looked really, really cool. So
Johnny's like, I have a scene where they were sitting down. Let's use that as
oh, it's there. Like, if you can find it, it's there.
I know. I feel like I don't know. There's something. It feels cliche, like throwing pieces at this point. Even though, I mean, it's just another statue concept, right?
What's going on, Ro?
I think a lot of pointless characters have gotten throne pieces, but if someone's gonna get a throne piece, I think a predator would make sense.
I think thrones are fine. I don't think we get enough thrones, to be honest. Maybe in the custom world, but licensed, I don't think we get a lot of thrones.
Wow.
I think thrones are great.
What characters do you want to see on the throne that have been underserved?
I like that. I wouldn't mind seeing that Prime 1 Superman that they did on throne. The logic behind why does Superman need to sit just baffles me. But sure, why not? Give us
what are the character?
I'd like to see a predator on throne. Why not give me an alien on throne at the same time?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Put the queen alien sitting down laying eggs.
Give me a Godzilla on throne.
You're even trying to make it have it make sense. There's gonna be big chaps sitting on a chair.
I think throne pieces allow you to accentuate.
allow you to see a character sitting down,
but they allow you to just accentuate the piece overall.
At this point, just make the alien from Alien 4.
Right, like Joker on throne, accompanying piece punchline looks great.
The desire for like this, it seems it doesn't fit.
Because we don't need every character. Just like Harley and Harley on throne, sitting on her throne is nice. You don't need every character just with a pose and it's something different.
You want to see every character tired and just.
I don't need every character tired. I'm not saying every character, but I wouldn't give up on thrones.
John wants every Batman rogue on throne. That's
Well, Ivy's already sitting on the tree.
Funny enough, we're pretty close to that. But we have a Bane on throne. We have
City of
Joker on throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to Killer Croc on
We
throne?
got Ivy.
That,
The
that's
next- the next-
Everywhere.
I need Talon on throne.
He could be sitting
Oh,
on the
a
toilet.
good example.
Yeah, the next thing we're gonna have is a bunch of lazy boys and
Alan said Oracle.
superheroes.
Oh, Oracle's too predictable. You gotta have her standing.
Oh my
That's how you
goodness.
break the mold.
Spider-Man. A Spider-Man
Damn,
on throne would
bud.
be nice.
You're terrible,
He
boy.
could take away the throne.
See, Random likes 1/3 punchline on throne. He's a
Oh, man.
punchline fan.
I can't have Punchline sitting down. We need to see her from the back.
What else? Yeah, look, they did Slan on throne. Bro,
It really did. I think we have too
Yeah,
many.
Dave
The fact that
Laurent.
we can name this much.
I think thrones are solid pieces. I think they should continue them. How do we get on the throne talk? Oh yeah, about the room. Yeah, I don't know.
My Queen Studios Hulk on throne is still an amazing piece to me.
And what's nice about it though is the Hulk is nice, but the pieces that surround it. That's
Yeah.
what's cool about throne
Is
pieces.
that it? I thought it was that he's sitting in the chair.
You can decorate it according, like you can add cool things to it, right? Like it's Easter eggs and stuff.
That's fair. You think you?
You think what?
I feel like the throne concept should really be a strong. It should really fit the character, like thematically. Don't just throw it in there.
So would you want a jungle hunter sitting on a branch, just swinging his legs?
If there's a body hanging off the branch, why not?
Not a throne piece.
Like a
That's
little
just
kid.
dude sitting down on a branch.
That's funny. Well, the Hulk one was based off of the World War Hulk
Right.
cover art, so that one made sense. But the King Predator on throne, I have the XM pieces also amazing. I mean, the nice thing about the pieces, even like the Hulk, like John said, all the pieces they have sitting around them, the axes and shields and clubs. Well, the throne piece on the XM King Predator is just amazing how well they did it. I mean, it's just like this amazing artwork all over this throne that has brilliant colors and very good
Yeah.
detail that really
Yeah,
pulled.
Kinzilla, I have that one as well. It's a great piece.
Oh yeah, yep, I love it.
Welcome to our fearless occult leader there. Why is this show so damn late? My God. What's going on, Vega?
Hello.
Wow.
Alan, you have the
He's
Predator
coming out of
Warrior
the,
too, right?
ice cream coma.
What?
I did hear the ice cream man was here.
He isn't.
Fucker.
Who's the ice cream man?
You want some ice cream?
What did you want to
With the
know?
hoodie.
Lures all the children to his van.
Oh, the comic
That's why he's not showing his face.
Oh man.
Every time I see that, it reminds me of Kermit. Kermit
Uh,
dressed as Palpatine.
It's a reference to a specific YouTuber.
Hater. Specific hater YouTuber.
Specific hater, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, there's tons of those, so that doesn't help. Let's keep going. Vega, how you doing? You good?
I'm all right. I'm alive.
It's one of those, man.
I'm the week.
I know you were feeling under the weather last week, so good to hear you're a little bit better.
I'm terrible.
I'm better than I was on Monday, but still dealing with some shit. So I don't look my best.
Wow.
Do you
Things
ever?
that's supposed to change. And...
See, I was waiting for Jerry to say something.
I know. I threw that layup for anyone to grab.
All right, let's get into some Sideshow news, and we're gonna kick it off with Moon Knight. Moon Knight went up for order. We got the premium format, 2 editions here, collector's edition, starting off at $805, and then you get that exclusive edition with an extra $20, $825 US. The exclusive comes with an alternate swap out portrait for the werewolf. And artists on the project, Maria Panfilova on sculpt, Richard Wong on design, Kat Sepene on paint.
Why is the price written in Comic Sans?
Wow, you know this in and all. Because if I copy it from Sideshow, it doesn't work. I wanted something to look a little fun, flashy. But you're right, it is Comic Sans. I commend you. That should have been a trivia question. SpongeBob, Thomas, what's going on,
make a
brother?
point here that again, the Sideshow does this. I think it's ridiculous. Just have the 825 with both portraits, and I mean,
You might as well.
bucks. Who's going to buy the other one?
If
They
you
want
were,
to have a version you can buy only from their website, and the people buy the collector's edition. People do.
yeah, but they should. I feel they should have did a timed exclusive on that Moon Knight, the 825, the exclusive.
Why? I think it's
Why?
fine the way it is.
Of course you do.
It's a Jake Blue conversation here.
They should have put a timed exclusive on that to really.
They should have.
They should have.
For what? To what end?
I would give. What are we at? April 25th today. I would give them to May 15th.
That's not what I asked. Like, for what purpose should they put like?
What end? When is it gonna end? No.
No. What purpose should they? Why should they like?
Why should
Put
they?
like the timer on it?
Because $20 is not that big of a difference to not drive the person to not pick up the collector edition, and it'll help them boost up the sales on that exclusive.
Not necessarily.
We're so dumb.
You know why they might not have put it? Because we're in a period where people might not want to pre-order, so they don't want to start saying, "Oh, buy now," and then it fails. When the time stops and no one buys their statue, their exclusive edition, what happens?
Okay, but how about if nobody pre-orders regardless, and then they announce the ES in a few?
The expectation is that the current period is temporary.
No, but the whole point is to transition the community into sitting on the pre-order, right? Instead of sitting on the pre-order button and thinking about it, and hey, I need to think about this, or I'll just wait until they announce the ES to pre-order.
You guys remember having this conversation already once?
I know. It's like beating a dead horse. This kind of incentivizes not incentivize, that's the wrong word. This pushes the collector to pre-order earlier. You're a collector at the top of a cliff.
Give me your money now.
John,
listen, Johnny.
Is Sideshow
Keep your pants on, Johnny.
I'm starting to feel they're paying you, bro.
Johnny, listen.
Do you work for them?
John is a corporate agent.
And then if they sell, listen. And then if you miss the exclusive, it's very simple. If you can't afford the exclusive right now, and you can't meet the deadline to that countdown, right? Then you just get the collector's edition. That's it.
That's my point. The difference is $20, and it's in my opinion, if you're going to do it, make it enough to make you think about: is it worth this money for this $20? Come on, that's. I don't know. I have no idea what the
my perspective is.
I've always thought that
you guys are advocating anti-consumer.
Buck's point. I get Buck's point. It's because they want to give the distributors, the outside distributors, get the collector's edition. So they want to keep the exclusive as low as possible, so they can eat up the profits on that. So people order from Sideshow. People can order from Sideshow on each end, but realistically, a lot of the distributors will give you a little bit of a better price than Sideshow on the collector's edition, so you're more incentivized to go to one of the distributors to purchase.
But again, that's truly not for the customers. That's more of a ploy, like a money-making gimmick ploy. I think. I think if you have a good product, put it out there for $8.25, distribute it evenly, or however you want to do it to your sellers, and stop playing games with $20-$30 for an extra piece. It just
what's going on, Jim? Good to see you.
Doesn't make sense.
Jim says it should have had a switch out for Moon Knight himself.
You know, Ken, if you said throw in the portrait and have it be 805, I'd have been with you.
$20, Buck. Come on.
No.
Oh, he wants more money. Yeah, exactly. He wants
$20. $20 fangs. All right.
$8.50. Listen, because you got to put the companies needs to feed their family too. Let's be real. The companies listen.
Oh, how much are they paying, bro?
$20, but they need to feed their family. I need to keep my $20.
Do you have a code with them?
You're thinking secondary market, right? That we got to think of how we're gonna make. Look, it was so bad Jerry had to leave. You're thinking secondary market. I'm thinking health of the overall hobby, and that moving forward. Health of the overall hobby. This I'm entitled has to stop. Well, I should be able to sit on the pre-order and get it when I want, and that's it. No, that has to stop. That has to
No,
stop.
that what will control that is edition sizes.
Correct.
Because if they don't have a high edition size, and most people, like a couple times, I slept on one of the Batman Gotham by
Gotham
Night. I slept on that one.
Gaslight.
Yeah. And that one. I mean, but that's how it should be. I mean, you can't.
Of course, it should be. Yeah.
It should never be so many pieces that you don't have to worry about them.
Timed exclusive. That's how you do it.
That
That's
I
it.
said, but like I was talking around the issue, was I think maybe a reason why they might not want to do timed exclusives right now is because of the tariffs, right? I think it's possible people in the U.S. might be reluctant to make pre-orders at the moment because they don't know what the future necessarily looks like. So if they try to do that, like a timed release, it might actually backfire on them because people might not order, and then you have an ES of 5.
Correct. That's a good point. It's a scary time right now. I can understand that. The tariff on this at 6%, we're just going to do it off the sale price. 6% of the sale price, $8.25. You're looking at $50. That's without shipping and with the tax and all that other stuff. Just off the sale price that we're looking at, $8.05 and $8.25. So $50, $75 you're looking at.
So what are you basing that number off of?
6% that they said it was.
As the tariff, a 6% tariff?
Yeah. The 6% upcharge they said that they were going to relay onto the customers. They didn't say on all product, but we're just shooting the shit, as people would say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a nice sculpture. Nothing argued, but it's impressive.
Yeah. Back to the actual piece. What do you guys think about the actual piece?
Nah.
I'm good.
I mean, if you like Moonlight, it's something. I only had one comic growing up with Moonlight in it, and it was it's one of those comics that had two stories. So it was the story told from the Hulk side, and then the story told from the Moon Knight side, but it was in the same book. So you read one, but it was Hulk's perspective and then Moon Knight's perspective. And then they met at one point, and they met where it was dark outside, and they just kind of ran into each other. And Moonlight was like, "What the hell is that?" And the Hulk just slapped him. You didn't know it was a Hulk at first. He just got slapped and was out cold on the ground. And then the Hulk's perspective was he saw something standing in front of him that wasn't moving, so he slapped it.
Jeez.
And that was their meeting. Moonlight was like, "What the hell just hit me?"
That's a hard hit. Yeah, it looks. I think it looks good. Including the werewolf representing his first appearance, and the thing with this is, let me get to the chat here for a second. We got Richard. What's going on, Richard? Good to see you. Vibranium Jim saying, if I don't get this one, I'm okay. I have the XM version. Anthony in the chat. What's going on, Anthony? Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. It's incentive to drive buyers to Sideshow. Having buyers, collectors funnel through the site, allow us to not only monitor sales and demographics, etc. It also brings new collectors into the system.
I don't understand. I don't understand what that means, though.
While we have an open ear here, please keep swooping alive.
No, Anthony, if you can, take it back to the drawing board. No,
listen to John. You
see the numbers. We need the 2000
for us all.
We need the 2009 Sideshow back.
No, we don't.
I understand ESs can't be as necessarily as low as back. Well, they actually are, to be honest. But get those timed exclusives. On the exclusives, time them every time. I think that's just the way it has to be. And if you miss out, and what's going to happen is they'll have to take a hit on some of them, sure, but it'll get to the point where a collector will say, "I really love this piece, and I want the exclusive." So I'm going to jump on that timed exclusive because I know I missed out.
But is what Anthony's saying is, is Sideshow trying to prevent people from going to other distributors? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
No, not at all. He's referring to Sideshow bringing in new collectors onto the site. They're navigating the site, looking at product and so forth. So
we're not talking about the portrait. The exclusive versus the regular, then. That's not what he's talking about?
Well, he's talking about the reason why there is one, why there is two different editions.
That's what I can't understand.
damn.
The exclusive edition keeps the customer with Sideshow, as opposed to if you're not into the exclusive edition, you have other options, and other.
Which is my point. I mean, you're trying to keep them with Sideshow, but you do have other distributors who are selling your products. But Sideshow's trying to prevent them from going to the other distributors by doing this.
By offering an exclusive at $20 extra, sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, to me, it as a business. I mean, I guess as the distributors would feel like they're getting. I mean, I'm gonna say this because, for lack of a better word, but feel like they're getting shafted to some degree because they can't sell this piece.
They can.
It's been through
what Sideshow relies on is for those people to sell a piece, and then for the collector to realize that someone who's getting into the hobby, they buy a piece that has an exclusive, but they get the collector's edition from like a retailer that can't sell the exclusive, and they realize, oh, this piece I have has an exclusive, and I missed out on it. Next time, I'm gonna buy on Sideshow. And so next time they skip the middleman and go directly to Sideshow. Precisely. So Sideshow gets all the money.
Right. So I get that. My point is, it's kind of a bum deal for the other distributor.
Well, distributor-wise, how it will at least this is how it worked back in the day, because this has been a practice Sideshow has always had. The distributors get the regular version, Sideshow sells the exclusive. And how it would work is the distributors can play around a little bit with the price because they get their discount on that regular version. A distributor can still get you the exclusive, but they're paying retail. All they're doing is ordering it for you. So like if I go to my comic shop and they work with Sideshow, he can go and order me the exclusive, but it's as if I'm logging into the Sideshow site and ordering it myself.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't get a distributor discount.
Yeah, he's doing it instead of you. That's all.
Precisely. Anthony says there's a bigger picture in play when collectors are new. When collectors new and old parties, the site they find product they may not be aware of, et cetera, et cetera. So
yeah,
just bringing traffic to the site.
And yeah,
exactly.
I get some of that.
How dare you? That Dumont throne was fantastic. It's options, he says. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that all makes sense. I just feel like for $20, I mean I wouldn't be complaining if it was $75. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense.
Can you imagine $75 in a room? Jeez.
Hey John, what if like
I have one and I get nervous.
If they do your time limit shit more often, will you let them bring back
no,
like
what
infinite what's the never expiring?
I would love never expiring reward points.
Are you sure? But like, I don't want the collectors to sit on their points, John. I want them to buy now.
Points shouldn't expire. I actually lost. Who said Kesis? I didn't see Kesis' comment.
So you know what? I'd like them to have the prices much bigger for exclusive versus regular.
Down more.
Then Buck will never buy the exclusive. He'll always have to buy the regular because
Buck likes the aftermarket. We got to get rid of the aftermarket.
Because I like it. Or
you were just, John, you were just saying the aftermarket's gonna flush and it's gonna do.
No, the aftermarket's beautiful, right? But we got to snap out of it now. It's getting out of hand.
Nah, it's very nice. It's not getting out. It's just the way I like it.
Anthony says what John said pretty much. But yeah, if they can work on getting the reward points not to expire, that would be a nice. I just had or extended. I just had a whole bunch of points expire, and it's like I wanted that little Coke machine.
You should have used your points, John. You were sitting on it. Buy now. Don't think. Don't sit.
No.
Jesus, we can't all have good taste. Dumont throne, that baby. Oh man, that's one of that's art. You guys don't know art. That's the problem.
Sideshow lets you know when the points are expiring. So I just bought artwork that was I was able to use. You know?
I didn't get a phone call.
You bought one.
You don't buy any Sideshow pieces. That's why.
Yeah, John, stop sitting on your points. Just buy now. Think later.
Because the problem with me is, I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. Sideshow.
Finally, some honesty.
Sideshow's expensive to get to Canada.
You want the prices to go
up? Well, that sounds like a Canadian issue.
make it exclusive so we can make it exclusive and we could get back to where we were.
How about they do that just for Canadian buyers? So
Oh.
it's even more exclusive out there in Canada.
A+, zip it over there, all right? I got a little pet peeve to talk these custom guys too. I got a pet peeve with these custom. I'm gonna leave it to after because it's getting a little bad over there too.
You know, the thing with the reward
much for
points
peace,
was, they took it away from non-expiring and they made it a year, and then they made so many of these expire in like 3 months. And there's just it seems like there's no consistency in the expiration dates. Like, well, at least if you're going to shift it to a year, at least have all of them expire in a year.
Yeah.
You have all these fucking varying dates here and there. It's like everything can't line up.
The problem with that though is if I get points December 15th to make it expire that year, doesn't make sense either. That's the problem.
It should be
John,
a year.
it's
a
No,
year when
365 days from the day I get the points.
That's not how it is right now.
That's how it is right now.
No. There are points that are being awarded that do not last for 365
That's if you get it from like an event. If you,
From an event,
you
it's
get
like
from not
90 days.
buying product, then yeah, it's less time usually.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a statue.
It has legs.
Yeah, I don't. Two things bother me about the piece, and maybe it's nitpicky. One, he fought this werewolf very like left side heavy, because that's the only side I see fucking scratches and shit. And he got nothing on the other side. Super clean. I like a little bit more balance and scratches and stuff. I don't like this cape at all.
You don't like the cape, okay?
No, I feel like it. So with when they do these, like with the Batman, they did this kind of surreal effect where the cape turns into bats or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like they want this cape to, because if you look at it around his neck and stuff, like that looks like it's supposed to be like a fabric.
It's in the wind. I feel like it's like swooping in the
and then
wind.
it like turns into almost like smoke.
Okay.
Like a smoke or a cloud around the base. It's like it's really like sharp around, like there's sharp folds and stuff around his neck, and then it's super soft everywhere else. Like it's just a big billowing cloud.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I mean,
And I just don't care for that feel, and that's just me. But
it loses its fabric look when it goes down further to almost like a smoke look.
Yeah.
Cristiano saying, "Is that Werewolf by Night? That Moon Knight has pinned." That is correct. What's going on, Cristiano?
Oh no, that's Wolfman.
I don't know. I think it's the whole sculpt. Like they did the same thing with the Superman. The whole shoulders and the cape. I don't think they're nailing it.
I think what's her face? Maria is a great sculptor, but there's like a trend. I think her weak point is sculpting capes. I don't like any of the capes she sculpted.
So you guys don't like the Superman cape either? Yeah, you're saying
that's not my Maria.
Sideshow. Alternate swap out portrait, Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
no, that's Wolfman. That was a joke, by the way. When I said that, I didn't know you thought I was being.
Wolfman from that's a joke. I'm sorry. Oh, you're okay. You know what? I hate you. I'm trying to run a show here.
Leave the jokes to the pros, Buck.
I just want to say one thing about the cape. First thing I saw this reminds me of the old Batman PF.
Oh my gosh,
that's what it reminds me of. That nice old Batman.
Come on, Keith, this is your chance to call it a 2-pack.
That wasn't good either.
Well,
I think the cape. Vega made a good point. The cape from the first picture looks phenomenal, but it does, and maybe that's on purpose. Maybe it's supposed to flow differently on purpose.
And I'll be frank, on their show, Ken, on their Sideshow page, not too many photos on this one, especially from the back. I had a collector post that one on the right. You don't get there wasn't a lot of back coverage.
Yeah, you know what this looks like? See that like little lump coming up on his cape? looks like someone took a rubber band and just like it just looks out of place. The flow is messed up. That piece shouldn't be going up like that.
I think it's a good. I like the musculature of the piece. Though.
Yeah, the anatomy and the physique is.
I like it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it is a nice piece.
I mean, the base sculpt, the werewolf, everything looks really good.
And I was questioning the 825, and I won't lie. Jeff posted in the group, he's like, but it's 2 characters. And I didn't register. He's right. Shit, it is 2 characters.
Yep. I think it's a good price point.
Yeah.
They could stand to add $20 more to that price.
Cad Bane. Cad Bane was around there. You got the droid, but 825, yeah.
I like the color they chose for Moon Knight.
For Moon Knight? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think the thing that while I do like the look of the XM one, I've always questioned kind of the pearlescent paint choice they used for it. Whereas with this, it's a little bit more of kind of just a darker gray with some whites and stuff. I think I like this.
Yeah, the
color.
shadowing and the shading is really good. I mean, that's why the sculpt, the musculature looks so good. They nailed the shading on it.
Yeah,
it looks perfect.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Ken. I think the base is fine. I like the addition of Werewolf by Night. I think Werewolf by Night, from what I could see, looks decent enough.
Yeah.
So.
It's interesting, like you said, John. They were not showing more pictures of the back because I've looked at this one picture and I thought there was another picture out there, but until Vega pointed it out, I didn't realize how the cape loses its texture, loses its detail as it.
Yeah, it kind of loses its structure in a way.
Yeah,
and then it just becomes all. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that they didn't include any shot.
Is this cape almost like a? I don't know a lot about the character, but does this cape like materialize or can it disappear? Is it a literal cape in the comics?
He's actually the Marvel version of Spawn,
so he can change it.
That's also false. I was just making that up.
I don't know. I knew that was false.
Yeah.
Jokes about it. Nice.
Leave it to the pros, Ken.
They did the glass. They did the. I appreciate them doing the glass, like the noir Spider-Man in the window. I always appreciate a broken glass in the window. Yeah, the cape's out there for sure.
Yeah, it's something.
It's a nice looking piece though, right there in that shot. This looks good here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a piece. Depending on the type of light you use, because you see how the shadows are casted inside the cape there, how good that looks.
Yeah. That could very well be editing.
You think so?
Or painted black. Maybe they have it painted black inside there. Because this looks different than the other photo. The shading inside looks really dark compared to the other photo.
Yeah, this comes off like what's that painting technique when you make it look like
Rembrandt lighting?
That's nowhere near what I was thinking. How they paint like the anime figures and they make it look like it's in the
Oh, I know.
Cell shading.
Cell shading. Thank you. It kind of looks cell shading, like it's painted that way in this picture. Like it looks heavily edited.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the. It's dark here too.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I guess we'll see more enhanced shots, but here you can really see it here how the painting was done. It is.
What are you focusing on the black?
I'm focusing on the black. Yeah.
I don't think it's painted black. I think it's just editing in Photoshop because depending on the picture, like the angle, some of them you can see light going into that spot and it's not black.
It looks like a little black and blue in here. No. Okay, we'll see.
Anthony just answered it's not black. He says it's shaded darker, but
okay,
definitely not. We're seeing like pitch black in the images.
Okay, perfect. So it's shaded though a little bit.
It shouldn't be pitch black. It should be. You know, typically it wouldn't be pitch black if that was a real person.
They should get this on like a spotlight video or something where they actually have the people with the statue.
Self-shadowing.
Yeah.
I guess there was no editing trickery.
Yeah. So you can see a little bit of hints of the blue here, like you're looking at here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Werewolf looks good. I like a little blood here on his whatever this weapon is. It looks like he slashed him in the chest.
His moonerang.
So wait, Anthony, you think like with the your photographer like did not put this through like Lightroom or something to adjust the levels and all that? You don't think that's happening to make, because it looks too dark. Doesn't look naturally dark to me. Maybe. Who knows?
We'll see if he says. But that's pretty much it. That was the new pre-order from Sideshow, right? I don't think there was anything else. Other announcements for Sideshow this week.
I think that was it.
That was the biggest one. Studio lighting, Anthony saying.
Studio lighting.
Go
back. Sorry. See how you can see. Well, it probably just the lighting. Maybe.
But here, like you could see the. I don't know. We'll see. It's in the one she had there. You could see like the little hints and shadowing the blue. Like you look here at his, you could see the blue here. That's not lighting.
No, that's painted.
That's painted. Yeah. We'll see. It's promising.
Yeah.
It's very promising.
Yep. I agree.
I think there were a lot of people that I've heard people asking for Moon Knight. Hey, and this is one of the characters. Like I hear the biggest thing compared to XM. I don't like. Is there a point in comparing? I guess we can always compare. It's good, but it's the XM is the XM, and this is the Sideshow. If you go track down the XM one right now, what are you paying?
I think the reason why people compare is because if there's one that's a really good version of a character already out, and then another one comes out that might be equally as good, people compare it just naturally. It happens all the time.
I just don't like too much when it's a comparison and then you completely just shit on top of the other one, and then
fair enough.
Yeah,
but I think it's gonna happen regardless because look, Ghost Rider came out. Same thing happened. Is the XM better?
XM custom,
the one on top
for sure.
Exactly. Archangel.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Like it's natural. You want to buy the best statue. Most people don't want to buy multiples of the same character, so it's gonna happen.
It's human nature, that's for sure. I know I've done it before, many times, but I'm trying to appreciate, be more on the artistic side and appreciate the piece.
Appreciate it for what it is.
For what it is, for what the artistic team was trying to convey through the piece, as opposed to.
I think you can find a middle ground, but in the end, it's still a product, you know.
Right, and this is again, with I won't dive too much into the aftermarket bullshit, but this is just not a time to. You're risking a lot of money if you just take a chance on a piece without really exploring all that is available. If you are somebody who just wants that, I want Moon Knight. I want what I consider to be the best Moon Knight. I'm not going to buy this Moon Knight if I don't think it's the best one. I have to make the comparisons, because if I buy this one and at the end of the day, it doesn't really fit what I want. It's harder to move this and get something else without spending, so much more additional funds, because things just aren't moving like they used to. So less opportunities to really take chances and quote unquote try pieces out in the collection.
What I mean more is comparing is healthy, because I would be the same. If I don't want to buy multiple renditions of the character, you'd say I like this one. Just keep it not professional, but at least respectful. I just hear, oh, this is crap compared to XM and stuff like that. It's like, then you've had artists who put time, and I'm guilty of it. I know I've done it before. That's one thing I've tried to work on and kind of grow from. And it's just you put yourself in the artist's shoes who worked on it. That's kind of how the perspective I'm looking at it. But yeah, you got to compare. You're right. I still do it to this day if I'm going to pick up a piece.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. But we have there's whatever percentage of collectors who that's not what they're interested in. They're not looking at it. They're not really finding as much of that balance. of trying to understand the artistic interpretation and those techniques and all that mess. And it's what looks like my character more. What is the cooler version for me?
Yeah.
Which is where I really think. No, let me not jump down that rabbit hole.
All right, let's keep on going. We got Venom in the house. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Cristiano's saying I'm intrigued by this piece because I love the Werewolf by Night comics. Moon Knight is not made that often. Yeah. Random, you need to compare. Would be weird if one didn't. Would be blind fanboying to the extreme if not. Compare, yeah, I think I said my point of view the wrong way. Comparing is normal. Just respectfully comparing is how is more of the.
And I think it's also the forum. If you like, maybe in this kind of place, yeah, it's worthwhile to be respectful. But if you're on Facebook, you're talking about which statue I like that. You don't need to be nice to the company. Just say what you want.
Why be disrespectful though?
What's the point of being disrespectful? It's not the company. It's you still have artists who worked on this piece. And,
right. I mean, someone put a lot of time and thought into it, and maybe not your taste, but someone likes them or wouldn't be selling them. Yeah.
Can you imagine working on a piece of art, Buck? You get your dream job. You work on a piece of art. It's your first big gig with Sideshow.
If I'm selling something and someone says it's shit, I'll move on with my life. It's a product.
Okay. Well, you're good. You have like a strong backbone.
I think you're even treating the artists with kid gloves. They know they're selling a product. It's not like just there for like appreciation. Hey guys, look at this thing I did. Like everybody, please be kind to me. No, they're trying to sell something. You know.
Well, there's a way to exactly. It's not about kid gloves. It's just about being respectful. Like, right. It's like our show. Someone can watch this show is shit. Okay, well then don't watch. But at the end of the day, we still come here every Friday, put a lot of work into it, and it's like, hey,
there's a good way to conduct yourself, right? But at the same time, I feel like it's not even worth mentioning, saying that when people are talking about a product, they should be, I don't know. There's so many things. Is it because this is a statue? Because different products, like someone designs it, like I don't know, the new.
Maybe it's a little bit of a. It could be because if it's a statue, because we're kind of in this world and we get to know the artists in a way through the pieces they put out through the public. If they go on YouTube shows.
But not everyone does.
If they do their own content as well, not everyone does, most definitely. But regardless in life, you should just be respectful, is what I say. Like,
so if you don't like something, you don't say it's a piece of shit. You just say it's not my taste or I don't like it. I think that's what we're talking about. Just the words used.
It's good to have that conversation. Like what Walton's saying is pointing out issues of a statue is wrong. Everything needs to be sunshine and rainbows. That's 100% not what we're saying.
No.
For example, the way Vega said his opinion in regards to how the cape billows, and he's not that much of a fan of it. That's a respect critique.
I think the forum matters in a stream like this. I think it's worth like having some decorum and being like respectful, but on the internet or like you're not even talking directly to the artist. Why? Unless they're going out and looking for your opinion, there's no need for you to be respectful of anyone. Someone that's not in the room with you. I'm talking to like some random guy on the internet. We're both like trying to determine if like a product. It's because in the end, it first and foremost is like a product, man. Some to buy, and so they're going. Which one do I prefer? Is this good? Is this bad? I don't know.
Yeah, so you could say it's bad. You don't have to say this is a piece of crap.
Anthony made a good point when he said that artists definitely don't see it as a product, but companies do. I think that kind of sums it up.
Either way, yeah. Everybody's going to do what they want. Just my perspective. That's why I said the whole comparison. That's kind of what I meant. Our shows always compare. That's what it's about. We compare companies, delays, not delays, this, that. It's always comparing. But that's kind of what I meant. Is just the way. And trust me, I've been in that.
I hear you.
I've been in that hot seat.
I think the artists will value like the people that don't just say it is shit, right? If like because I don't disagree with what you're saying. I'm just saying that if you're looking for that kind of, you know, feedback or discourse, and you're the artist, you made something, there's certain places you go to look for it. Don't go to random Facebook comments, and you know, I think that's just gonna be what it is.
Yeah.
And then it's like saying there are people that are not nice, and I don't think it's even worth mentioning that that people would say something is shit on Facebook. It's just an internet comment section.
Yeah.
Okay. Tweeterhead. Let's move on to Tweeterhead.
Tweet.
Not too much news from them, but
Never is.
you know what? Tweeterhead's Beastman maquette is officially completed production, from sculpt to final paint. So every detail has been meticulously crafted to bring this savage warrior to life. Next stop is packaging and shipping. So you should get it in 3 years.
This is the regular version.
This is what they posted. Was it the regular? It has a swap out. This is the regular, yeah. I believe this is the regular. Wasn't the other one all crazy colors?
Yeah, it was like red.
Yeah.
Like a reddish orange hue.
Yeah.
All right. And then they updated their shipping dates. I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
Again.
So this, just to understand it, the Skeletor you're showing right there, is that different than?
That's a
this one?
variant.
That's the disco version, right?
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
what
that's the
does the
disco
disco version mean? What's the purpose?
I think it's based off the toys. I believe something.
No, he was Saturday Night Fever after the credit scene. He made an appearance with Travolta.
So we can boogie all night.
That wasn't funny. That was funny. That was good. Someone's gonna appreciate that joke when they listen to the replay. I'm surprised Ken didn't appreciate that one. Ken.
Well, I was laughing, but I was laughing at Bucks, whatever the hell he was doing right there.
They should have made the orb on his staff a disco ball.
Gilman's pushed to May. Beastman's pushed to May. Panther pushed to May. Panthro pushed to May. What's his face again? Not Darkseid, but oh my goodness, Doomsday. The rest on the right were June, so we'll see what happens if those get pushed. But
I wonder if this Thundercats line will continue.
We shall see. A little to the time on Iron Studios, they had their Inside Day. Let's talk about it.
There's your throne.
G.I. Joe's on Throne, Cobra Commander, 1/10 scale, coming in at $299.99 US. A lot of people excited for this one.
Look at him sitting down all strong.
You love to see it with that. Like it. I like the
What?
throne.
Who made that sound?
I did. I like the throne.
That came out of nowhere, John.
A power. The Cobras.
That was power? You thought that was power?
It sounded like you were receiving Cobra Commander's power.
Savage. Man. I hate to see it.
Someone needs to go clip that and make a loop.
Nobody needs to clip that because I'll be pressing charges.
Oh, right. and then play a Cobra Commander voice clip after.
All right, buddy.
Damn, Buck took that far. I was just going to think you sounded like a man who needed a laxative. Wow. And he took it completely.
That's how I.
He took it completely the other way.
Buck took it to a whole new level.
Yeah, he saw that snake. He's like, I know what I'm about to say.
So yeah, I think Dion was excited for this one. What I'm hearing from Iron Studios fans here with all these reveals is, man, I wish they were doing them in quarter. You're getting a lot of that. So
there needs to be a 1/10 market too.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Alan ordered 2 of these. I heard.
No.
It's a snake thing.
There needs to be a 1/10 market, and I think that their better, larger scale statues are not pieces that started as 1/10.
Walton asks, have any of you watched G.I. Joe as adults?
I didn't even watch it as a child.
Yeah, I didn't watch it as a kid.
This was not my thing.
That was before my time.
Iron has an engine. sculptors. Saint Saiyan. This one's for Slifer and maybe Buck if he's and maybe Jerry, all the anime fans. But two versions to this. This
Gary,
one
he
here,
only called you because you're like from Latin America.
Saint
not
Saiyan,
Yeah, I know.
1/10.
Oh, it's always racist.
This one gives you the all the little trinkets on the bottom there. I don't know what those are. Those little trophy thingamajigs.
I never got this far. I've seen like 20, 25 episodes.
Those are the different zodiacs.
What even is this? What
Where's
is this?
Aries? This is
It's an
Aries,
anime.
Serenity.
Oh.
Those are the different zodiacs. You got Pegasus.
Yeah, but this is like farther. I'm assuming they get these armors way later in the show.
The golden armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$349.99 for this year. What you're looking at? They have
I
another
like some of their other Saint Seiya pieces.
another version. I think it's $199. I didn't get the photo of it. All it is the Saint Saiyan here, Aries standing.
You could buy the quarter scale Icky from Prime One for $100 more on their current sale.
Before the shipping.
Before the shipping, yeah.
The other version is $249.99.
$249. Thank you for spot checking that. Thank you. But it's just a flat base, so
Yeah, it's kind of really for $100 more. I'd rather get the.
it should be $199. Maybe that's what I
It
was
should be. It
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah. We got He-Man coming in at $189. This is battle armor version. Comes with the extra chest plate.
Man, you've been hitting leg day.
Yeah. What's up with that? I mean, did he really wear?
His face is weird.
I don't remember a little bikini furry thing wearing.
Well, he what he did was he
Thanks for the close up.
when Moon Knight killed the werewolf by night, well,
He skinned it.
Can we just move on to
skinned it a lot.
Well, he needed to have a little bit more material.
Those are just his pubes.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just went all natural. No shape, no trimming there.
That's why they call him He-Man.
I'll give some constructive criticism here. I don't like this face.
Yeah, the face is bad.
One bit.
Yeah.
I think it looks like. I'm kidding.
So there you go. We have Katana. My apologies for that middle photo. It's atrocious. I had to screen grab it, copy and paste it. But this is Mortal Kombat, $199. It looks like she's gonna have a swap out head because the
Moto
It is.
Kombat.
It is.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
hair is different. I like
Katana's my favorite Mortal Kombat character.
I like the molten
I wonder why.
magma here.
Because I liked fighting with the fans.
Okay, sure.
I like to see her at Comic-Con. I'll say that.
But
He
Jerry,
saw the movie, and then it became his favorite character.
Jerry, I think all the horny guys like Melina, not Katana.
Katana with an eye.
This is weird.
This is cool. This one I like. This is Electro. Coming
What's
in.
it look like with all that without all the
Yeah, I hate the effects. Like you can't even see. You can't
I want
barely
to see
see.
the statue for real, not that.
They'll have other pictures and the products.
I have a lot of pictures too. If I could just get to the the $249.99 price point, and then here's some of the photos here. Look.
It's not bad.
I like it for 1/10.
Yeah.
Iron Studios is killing. They're doing what I said. They're doing the Sinister Six. They're doing the Sinister. Is Electro part of the Sinister Six?
Sometimes. What I like about like the Iron Studios doing all these pieces is that their release cadence is very nice. Like when they're doing a line, you kind of just know you're gonna get all the characters you want because of how fast they come out.
Yep.
You don't have to be guessing, are they ever gonna make this character I want? It usually pops up like pretty soon.
They're doing fantastic. With the Spidey line is fantastic. I'd love to see Sideshow instead of if Anthony's still here. Push it along. Quarter scale.
They don't like Spider-Man over a Sideshow.
Quarter scale.
That's why they made him twerk.
Quarter scale Sinister Six. Use that Spidey with the hallucinations there, the Spidey sense.
Hallucination.
Let me finish, please.
Schizophrenic Spidey, please.
Use that Spidey you came out with the Spidey sense
Hallucinations.
tingling,
Put him in a
Spidey sense tingling,
straitjacket.
and then you have all the rogues around. That setup would be badass.
Let's make a new Spider-Man.
I would support a line like that. I would try to, at least. A Doc
How
Ock.
would you be supporting that line, John?
Give me Vulture.
There's an ear in the chat.
I know. I would try to. Don't get me. Like, I'm not gonna say.
In what way, though? When you say that, what expectations can we have of you, John?
Vocal support.
If it's artistic,
Make a Romita Spider-Man, please.
Just no. They have this. They don't have to come out and make a new Spider-Man right off the bat. They have the Spider-Man.
They do.
No,
yes, they do.
No, they
Yes, they do.
You know why? The current one I think is sold out or waitlisted, and the previous one is already the same thing with it. Flood the market, please.
Can you imagine if they did the Rogues now? How much that one would just flourish and just increase.
You know what? They could kill two birds with one stone. I actually want them to do the Sinister Six and another Spider-Man.
Give me a. You got to start the line now, Doc Ock, and do the other one. Doc Ock, give a Vulture, do a solid Kingpin.
No timed releases though, please.
No,
oh man,
no Kingpin.
No,
it's definitely not part of the Sinister Six.
No, Kingpin's not part of the Sinister Six. I know, but these characters that they have so much potential. They haven't tapped into the market yet.
You want Kingpin to be standing or sitting?
When you say so much potential, do you mean like Constantine had potential, or how MODOK had potential?
No, I feel like just Spidey
or Beast.
Spidey's just different. Spidey has the same. The Rogues have the same potential as, let's say, that Man.
Archangel's ES is actually pretty high.
That Man Bat was freaking epic that they showed. It's not done yet, but I'm telling you, we need a Doc Ock. And don't get me wrong, XMs is there because you're gonna get, everybody and their grandmother's gonna be comparing XMs when it comes out. Let XMs be where it's at. It's Sideshow. That's a potentially untapped market there.
XMs will be where it's at. Leave it where it's at.
That's where it's gonna be. Scorpion.
What if? Whoa! Highlight.
What?
Look at the chat. I like what I'm seeing.
Highlight Anthony is
it's being taped.
A swoop.
Yeah.
Being tapped.
Yeah, it's being taped. This fucking guy. Oh, that Canadian English is failing him tonight.
Sorry, tapped. Shush.
I'm gonna tape that.
I want lizard. I want
you
lizard.
know what my screen size looks like? I can barely read this.
Give the.
You should be used to small size. No, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Give the creatures to what's her name? Maria. If Maria does lizard, it'll be good. I'm sure.
Lizard. I'm telling you guys.
No capes. No capes.
They will just obliterate. I think they will obliterate. It's going to be the first company to do it.
I mean,
hey, John, can you list the Sinister Six for me?
Huh?
Can you list every character for the Sinister Six?
Johnny, you're fucking coming on my show and questioning me? You?
I'm just curious.
Johnny, can you say the alphabet?
There's been more than 6.
Can you say tapped correct?
Okay, guys. Fuck this guy. Did you see Alan? Alan's like, fuck me. I'm not going to say anything. No, come on, we're only playing. Sideshow to a Scorpion. Okay, I'm going to put up a poll quickly. I'm going to put up a poll.
Put up a poll.
I'm going to put up a poll.
What do you want to know?
Because maybe I'm wrong.
What kind of poll?
I know I'm watching Spidey with the kids, and the kid loves Spider-Man. The worst thing you could do as a father, put Spider-Man. As a Bat fan, as a Batman dad, worst thing you could do as a father is put Spider-Man on. And I did it. And,
you got a friend.
He likes Spider-Man. Even the daughters like Spider-Man. And I can see already that I would kind of, I'd be invested. I'm not going to be like, hold on, let me get over here. Let's put up a poll.
Batman's too dark of a character for kids. That's why everyone likes Spider-Man.
Bro, I put on Batman versus Superman for the kid at 3 years old. I was like, what kind of a parent is this?
What about the animated series? The one that's like
animated
everyone loves?
Yeah, animated series is good.
Might as well put on Taxi Driver.
It's still a little dark, though.
The animated series?
See, Anthony said, just can't debut everything at once. Look at that. You see?
I hope that means there's a non-twerking Spider-Man really close.
You're not going to like it anyway.
You know what? That's highly likely, Ken. Highly likely.
Would you be interested?
Fuck, why don't you draw a Spider-Man and have someone try to make that Spider-Man?
Possibly, maybe.
Like the one that's on the girder that I have. Actually, even the one fighting with Doc Ock. I think those are two really
one
well
fighting with Doc Ock from Sideshow.
Yeah.
Was it the one? Okay, I used to have that one. That was one that I liked enough to buy.
No. Buck, you want the zesty Spider-Man? That's what it is, right?
I want
you want that one.
Okay, I started a poll. You guys vote. Would you be interested in a Sinister Six statue line by Sideshow Collectibles?
I'm voting no just to spite you.
How dare you? Okay, let's keep going. We're doing a good time.
He did. I just said his vote go no.
I think
that wasn't me. I didn't vote yet.
I'm telling you, Sideshow, you're leaving a lot of meat on the bone.
Voted.
That's what they should focus on. And I'm a DC guy, and I'm telling you that. You need to do one more Batman, though.
One more Batman? Wait, you think they're going to only do one more Batman?
No, there needs to be another Batman to complement.
There's going to be like 3 more Batmans in the next 3 years.
Are you the same person that's thinking about the health of the aftermarket?
Hold on a second. Can we talk to Anthony for a second, if he's here? Anthony, let me tell you one other thing. Okay, 2 more ideas I'm going to give you. You write these down because I should be. With all due respect, I should be sitting at that boardroom table, but that's fine. Okay,
start jotting down these notes.
Let's remember Anthony's role here. Now he doesn't run the business.
I'll tell you this, Anthony, and I'm gonna give you straight blank what I think. I think 2 things. I think you should bring back the legendary scale line.
Okay. Yeah,
the larger scales, like you did the Wolverine.
Yeah, I like that.
Bring back
Star
that
Wars.
scale. Star Wars. Oh, still to this day, that Obi-Wan is one day. Bring back legendary scale. There were a few misses, like that Batman. That's fine. It happens. But you got to bring back that scale, because I think that scale is. You'll compete. You'll compete with some of the other companies, especially if you could keep price point to a certain degree. My other idea, this one not as realistic, but I'd love for them to do a small batch of that. I don't know what we can call it. We can call it not high end, but whatever, the premium or the diamond collection or something, where it is kind of the fit and finish is from the, like your prototypes. You know how you have your artist proofs that like Chi.
Oh, you mean like the masters?
Chi will paint, or Bernardo will work on, or Canali sculpts, Bell, those guys. Wow, he already said legendary not happening. Okay, forget it.
Hey, he's giving you quick. He's giving you quick.
I want to add one. I want to add one.
Am I talking to Sideshow?
Gotta appreciate the communication here.
Is that Anthony or is that Johnny?
Ken, what were you saying?
I said I want to add one because Sideshow did the very first Godzilla from the Monsterverse, and I mentioned this on another show to Anthony, and then it just stopped. So I think I would like to see them continue that in some manner, not duplicating what Prime One's doing, or even to be competitive with Prime One, because their first one, which I have sitting here, was done really well for the time. Certainly, it doesn't hang with Prime One pieces they're making today, but Sideshow hasn't done one for a long time. But I'd like to see them do. They don't have to even do what Prime One's doing with the new MonsterVerse movies, but step back into like nobody has a Polystone original Godzilla from the that Zilla. I'm not sure what Zilla he's talking about.
I don't know which one he's referring to.
Godzilla. I think he's probably talking about the original Godzilla from the 2014 movie. But no one's done a Polystone Godzilla from the 1954 original movie.
Okay.
Nope.
And Sideshow can probably nail that easily.
So no legendary line. That's unfortunate. Maybe we could get back to that one. But that diamond line, kind of from the artist's hands to collector's hands, a limit of like 5. You can even put them up for auction somehow. I don't know how that would affect licensure.
There's a good company you could partner with, Shumi Arts.
Do you remember how, Anthony, the charity, you guys used to have that charity once a year back in the day, and you'd have like the artist proofs. I think one of those Grey Hulks signed or something went for like 10K US back in the day. And bring something like that, because your production's good, but those prototype pieces, the paint apps on those are, well,
All right, Alan, what advice do you have for Sideshow?
Berserk.
Don't let the points expire. That's my biggest complaint.
Okay.
All right. I'm sure Anthony jotted that down. Johnny, what about you? What would you like to provide to Sideshow at this time, since that is our current focus?
Art prints.
Open. No, well, they technically are doing art prints already. I don't know about original, but they are doing art prints. I'm with Ken. Open up the IP a little bit, and definitely hit that market of different characters or different properties. And I think what Ken hit on was definitely a virgin territory, and I think a lot of people would get into the old school Godzilla and other nicks and crannies that are untouched. So
okay,
you
all right, thank you, Johnny.
You got to buy some statues.
Mark Newman or Will Harbottle, Black Cat, Mary Jane, Silver Sable.
This motherfucker just let people skip over Jerry. Jerry was next in line, and Buck's like, nah, let me start fucking preaching these sculptors and characters.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Jerry. Go on. My bad.
No, nothing, because Sideshow doesn't make anything that I buy. So.
Alan really ain't buying that many Sideshow either, but he still opened his mouth.
Anthony,
you ain't got nothing to share?
Nah.
No? All right.
71%, 67% saying no, but there's only 15 votes. Okay? It's not telling nothing, all right?
All right, Buck, anything else you want to share in regards to what you'd like?
Make will Harbottle do more work?
Okay.
For Spider-Man related stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel a Black Cat.
Anthony's like, it's Friday night. I tuned in here to kick back, relax, and hear conversation, and we're making them work.
Whose big idea was it to join the focus group?
Yeah, exactly. No, going off of Anthony's last comment there, Anthony, you are 100% correct. Mondo is Mondo, or at least what we used to think of Mondo. But however, y'all have the ability to create such new things, and especially if y'all start sculpting. I don't know how y'all go about sculpting, but if y'all have original sculpts and you show the fans that, you'll win anyone any day, I think, with that.
He says all good.
All right, let's let the man get back.
Let's let the man sit back and enjoy his Friday night.
Yeah, I just said I'm done making my demands, so now we can move on.
Has Sideshow, pretty much. Has Sideshow stopped with the maquette statues? What was the last maquettes?
The Grey Hulk versus
Gray
Wolverine.
Hulk.
Was that was considered maquette, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that was last year.
You know what? Another thing Sideshow could do. Last thing. I think all companies should do this.
That John's has the scroll and he opened it up and you think it's 2 items long and then it just keeps rolling and rolling.
Special event for content creators at their studio. One day it's shut down or whatever, and the content creators can go in. And
just spice in, right? Yeah.
That's it for now, Anthony. We'll talk after.
Just give us the keys.
Man. You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Stop.
Yeah. Go back to work. Yeah.
John, is this?
Let me just explain
is
something.
this all of the 10 scale?
Here it comes. Here it comes. Wait for the pictures again.
Let me explain something. I'm not gonna be I don't know how to word this. I was thinking about this the other day though. It's I remember back in the day being on the forums, right? And if you had someone reply to your collection photo, it was oh my god. And you always looked at YouTubers and it's man, I'd love to do that one day. And I'd love to be able to discuss what you love, the hobby, the passion. That's back in 2009. To be here now in 2025 and have a show, be able to sit here with you guys and actually have a rep from Sideshow in the chat. It's wild.
Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool.
Wild to see. If I put myself back, because I went into one of the forums and it just brought back all the memories. And I put myself, I'm wow, we've had the actual employees from the company on the show. How awesome is that? And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what this whole YouTube is about. Not the little nip.
That's what it's about, guys.
No, that is true because
It's
I do
about having the
remember.
representative.
And it is show up in the chat.
It's not about having.
It's not about the hangout and the.
You know how Buck,
I'm gonna
pause my hatred.
Buck
I'm gonna
takes
pause
the
my hatred real
soul
quick.
out of things. The soul.
I do agree with John because I do remember back in the day when Sideshow was at San Diego Comic-Con, the guys would videotape the whole tour, but the bonus part was if you got Susan, like, you know, her talking or like they met Susan at the time, like that was a huge deal.
If anyone
So,
remembers
yeah,
P2 Vision from back in the day, P2 Vision was there covering it all the time. SDCC. That's where the YouTuber I used to watch. Okay. I'm surprised Buck hasn't said back in my day.
I'm done, man.
Oh shit! I didn't share my advice for Sideshow Collectibles.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my goodness! How
Sorry.
could I forget myself? No,
I thought you stepped away.
No, I'm fucking with you. I just wanted to take it. Anthony knows what I want. Less horror ladies, more horror creatures. He already knows what I want.
Keep them as scantily clad as possible.
He already knows.
Please. No monsters.
All right, let's get back to Iron Studios. Let's get through some chat.
I want to talk about this.
I forgot.
Yeah, let's go. The Flash. This looks pretty nice.
Pretty badass. This base.
Coming in at $199.99. It comes in red, yellow, white, asphalt.
I like the way the base gives it that forced perspective look.
This is pretty cool.
This is a cool base.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Looney Tunes when they run so fast and they're kicking up the road.
Mm-hmm. This was cool.
Wasn't this announced like forever ago?
I don't remember.
Because they did at one of their panels, you know, they put up a bunch of like soon to come types of things. And I remember the DC Comics Flash was up there. So I feel like it's been a while, but you know, they released so much.
Whoever art directed this piece, very creative. Very creative. $199? My God, man. How do you go wrong with that? And
I feel like that's their good price now.
And the sculpt is
You're
there.
hoping for $199.
This looks good. The portrait here looks good.
I think all of these Iron Studio pieces look really good. The only one that I think kind of missed the mark for me was the She-Man piece. I didn't care for that one too much.
I can't picture that piece.
Which one was it?
She-Man.
We're gonna have to.
Did you not? Never mind.
Yeah, I got it. I know what you're saying. I caught it.
Well, that portrait was definitely like She-Man.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Oh, it's another joke. Okay.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Okay.
I actually just
Googled Iron Studios sheet.
What did Ken say at the beginning?
John
better
found all
hide
the
that.
scenes after that Sideshow focus group.
I can't believe you guys. We were having a moment. God.
Oh, I need to clear that. One more Sideshow focus group.
What a legend! What a legend!
Let's keep it going.
Never change, Alan. Never change.
Chosen one is here. Anakin again, $199. Looking good. You can't go wrong with these. If you want to.
Yeah, it has the you got the switch out blade.
Did he have a switch out blade?
Yeah, the one where it has like the movement effect, so it's like fanned out.
yeah, like Hot Toys does. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like this one too much, but it's not my cup of tea. But this is E.T.
Virginia.
Yeah, we gotta be careful how you say that one. We're just gonna say Vagina, okay? $149.99. I like what they did with the base with like the mixed media as a graphic.
Yeah, this is a Brazilian legend. Like one of their UFO incidents.
Okay.
Oh, like the chupacabra, like folklore thing.
Yeah. Yes, Johnny.
Is this X-Files?
So yeah. So this is their their Roswell.
Okay.
I got it.
Yeah, they mentioned it during the stream.
Does anybody here collect 1/10 these pieces?
No,
I have one, and I'm open to picking them up.
I only have the Power Ranger set.
Yeah, I don't have any. They're pretty small though, huh?
Yeah, but fucking, it's
Yeah.
fantastic, man. Yeah,
It
little
depends the
box
sizest.
takes up a little space.
You could
And
build
then
a
you
nice
can
diorama.
create around it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost
You know
said they're
who's-
Back to the Future.
You know who's
Almost.
good with that? Black Ice.
Yeah, his
heck yeah.
setups are.
But his pop, because of what he does behind him, his backdrops look fantastic.
Yeah.
This one here, I think, is the last one when Aang goes into Avatar state, and not the XM Aang. We're talking about Iron Studios here. Nothing stand in his way.
Let's help you with this one.
$349.99.
Appa, yip.
Sorry for the blurry photos on the left. It's because I cut the photo and enlarged it. It didn't work
A
out.
lot of sorries tonight. I'm noticing.
I love Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Do you?
I do.
Resin work.
Great show.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, good show.
A lot of big voice actors too in that show.
I need help.
Oh no,
you guys on this one.
All right.
What
do you want help with?
PCS's site went down.
Yep, still is.
Still is.
They took it down. They took it down.
They took it down. I was putting up, and they made a post about it. So there's no, obviously, it's fine. They informed everybody in the group. That's not what I'm worried about. Palpatine went up. I don't know what his price point is. I know his ES is 250, but I never caught his price. Did anybody catch?
I think it's 17. I think I saw 17.
17. Okay.
Good.
This is 1/3.
This is 1/3. This is their hyper real.
Yeah, they're silicone for 17. That seems cheap for them for PCS.
The hands are not silicone. That's been confirmed.
Oh, this is so. Never mind. I was thinking of the throne. Sorry, I was looking at the screen. Yeah,
No,
no.
this didn't officially go up. They delayed it.
They delayed. Did they delay it?
Well, yeah, because the site isn't working.
Oh, okay, but it was supposed to
be
go
more
up.
than 17.
Yes, it was supposed to go up on
Okay.
Thursday.
I didn't see the delay.
Yeah, so what they did was I don't know if they scheduled their posts, but the posts went out for the pre-order, but the link was broken, obviously, because they pulled the site down. Then they came back and said that it's delayed. The release is delayed.
Okay. I thought I just missed it. Okay.
No.
I think this was 25 plus, around that ballpark.
Now he's just throwing out prices.
No.
He's just throwing out prices.
I'm being honest. There's a lot of people are debating on this line.
Looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
I don't know what that was, but I loved it.
Anywho, so we're gonna go and we don't know the price yet, but here we got the full reveal of the photos, so we can enjoy those.
You guys like the standing one with the silicone portrait better, or do you like the seated version with the all sculpt?
As much as I think throne pieces are fucking overrated,
Yeah.
I do prefer the one with him sitting down.
Yeah, I do too. I was just curious.
Alan, I prefer if this mixed media version was the throne version.
Yeah, that was my. Yeah,
Okay.
that's really what I was hoping for, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of how they sculpted the sleeves of Palpatine on the throne, so it rests on the throne.
The
So
way
if
they're
it was-
draping.
The way they're draping. If this was mixed media, man, that would have been cool.
Yep, I agree.
But it looks. Hey, it's. Man, what do you want for Palpatine? It's
an old guy.
The old guy in robes, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see
throne piece? The portrait looks better on the throne piece than this one.
I think it does.
Let me see. I can pull it up quick.
If they would have done mixed media instead of the sculpted robes, would have been a home run.
Yep. I agree.
Did you see someone put up a post with a couple of points of constructive feedback with comparison pictures and all that?
Where did they put that up?
In the group, in the PCS collectors group.
I did not.
Yeah, I was just pointing it out. You don't have to.
We
go
can.
to it.
No, we can.
But they were bringing up some things that I obviously don't have any knowledge of. But in terms of the hood length and the some sort of clasp on his thing, and the fact that he's not centered on the base.
Yeah.
You know what I really like about that PCS group? It's gone from a group that was previously just everyone like, yeah, hooray, to a lot of people giving constructive feedback. That's been a big change in that group that I like to see. And you do it respectfully, right? So I can pull it up here. Was it done Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, Xenocam. 11 hours ago.
Okay. Am I showing it? No, I'm
You
not.
ain't showing. You're showing the same shit.
Hey,
Here
Ken,
you go.
you said you had that Sideshow Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Did you buy it direct or resale?
Johnny goes fucking back in time all the time.
Jesus Christ, man! What the hijack the show there?
Okay? Guess how much it was for retail.
I don't know. I think we bought it. I think my wife bought it for me. It was $4.99 when she bought it. I think that's what it was.
$3.99, man. That's crazy.
That's resale?
No, that's retail.
Oh, retail originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that was $3.99, $400. Yeah. And honestly, I was like, "What the hell did you spend $400? That's insane." I thought that was crazy. Now it'd be a dream.
Johnny, we got that out of your system.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Back in Johnny's day, it was 40 minutes ago in the show.
John's getting to use all.
I know why he was going to buy the Back in the Future.
If it wasn't for Johnny, John wouldn't be able to use any of this stuff. You know.
I know. Ken, you want one? I got one for you here somewhere. Hold on.
When John starts the community photos, Johnny's going to start talking about the Sideshow photo group.
I got one more in me.
I like how Johnny takes the camera off though, so no one sees who it is. Yeah. So here's some of the comparisons, right?
So this guy mentioned, he said that the hood looks oversized. So he provided this comparison, as well as it's kind of where the hood should drape in relation to that clasp.
Okay.
And he also requested that the hands and head should be made of the same material, to avoid textures and colors looking noticeably different. And lastly, he'd like to see Palpatine centered on the base. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Back in John's day.
No, this is still CPS. This is still CPS. Still PCS, the Street Fighter line. Look.
What the fuck is happening tonight?
I hit the left arrow here, and it took me to that Street Fighter.
Anyway, those were his 3 points: the hood, the hands and the face being same material, and then the actual figure on the base being more centered.
Before looking at these photos, I was like, "Wow, this Palpatine's not bad." Looking at these photos, I would have loved for them to do this, like the little bit of the grin showing. Oh man, that would have been cool.
Right, that's what he's making.
Yeah, here it's just like, did I shut off the oven?
Shut off the oven. That's what you think of when you see that face?
The other thing I think
shut
of
off
is his chin. I've seen that in the mirror before. That was a good joke. You guys just suck. Okay. Fine. No, but that's fine. We'll wait for the price point. But here's the base. Here's the base.
Here's the Star Trek scenes.
Yeah. This was cool. I'll give
So
them
what
credit.
do we got?
The bases have been cool.
We got episode 3, episode 6.
Fucking nerd.
That's interesting.
Perfect. That's it. Someplace that, again, we'll keep you guys posted with the price. And that's it. It's just saying.
No.
I don't know if
John, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is
You're
What's up?
I should have saw it. This is the first. Okay, let's make sure because you're gonna come up with something dumb. This is the first base story thing that they got for Star Wars. It's
well, speak, Johnny. Speak. We are doing a live show, Johnny. We're not. Speak. Get it out. Spit it out. Go.
God, this is the first story base that they do that is pure white light, right? The other Maul had like a tint to it.
Know what the color of the lighting is, John?
Oh my god, bro! You're the one who nitpicks everything about PCS, and now you don't know. Now you don't know.
I nitpick everything about PCS.
No, you don't. You're
He
right.
doesn't nitpick everything about PCS. That is unfair to say.
I'm gonna flip and see what color.
99% of it, sure.
99.5% of it. Like, God, get the
Well,
numbers.
let's not say everything.
Damn right, and it's warranted. Still waiting for that company that's gonna take over the world. But that's fine. I don't know if it's white.
Take over the world.
It looks a little clearer here. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the.
No, it looks silverish, and I think that Darth Maul's was also a bit silverish.
I think the Darth Maul was a little more yellowish, if I can remember. I don't know.
No, I think the other one, not the hyper real one, the sculpted one, I think is what you're thinking about, John.
Either way, Johnny, what's the point, Johnny? What does it matter what the lighting is if it's different?
Oh, that is. I mean, okay. Would you want it synced?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Come on, Johnny, you didn't preface it, right?
Yeah, like would you want it synced, or would you want a whole different array of colors? That's what I'm asking.
Are you buying it so you want to know because you want the colors to match?
No, I'm just curious to see anyone else's input.
I want a motherfucking rainbow.
These are two.
I want all the colors.
Hell is a teenage girl. I don't know what the heck that is.
It's Jennifer's body, and it pisses me off that they put it in all the fucking hashtags on their post. All of this, they put this post of it's Teaser Tuesday, and then they put a bunch of hashtags, and in it has Jennifer's body.
Jennifer's body is with that
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. They're gonna do a Megan Fox. God damn it!
Who knows what they're gonna do? That'll fucking sell. It doesn't even matter what movie it's from.
Yeah,
that's true.
Boys be liking some Megan Fox.
Overrated a little, I think.
I actually agree.
Boys be loving some Megan Fox, overrated or not.
Overrated.
She used to be good. She used to be good.
Yeah, when nobody had access. Okay. Either way, Hell is a teenage girl, and that's just gonna be it. Prime 1? Okay, here we go. Let's open up the can.
Here we go.
There's nothing negative to ever say about Prime 1.
No, there's tons of stuff. We're gonna talk about it. That's why I'm saying.
A wonderful company.
Open up the can. There's a lot to talk about.
The People's Company.
Let Alan talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
No, they cancel all my stuff.
Okay, first off, here's The Last of Us production factory report. Another factory photo. It says Joel and Ellie brought to life. Thank you for your patience. We prepare for shipment. Okay. I don't know if this has been delayed. Maybe it has. I don't know. Next one.
I think it was. I think it was part of a delay.
Mass production factory. Here's that. These are already hitting collectors' hands, so I don't know why they put
Yeah, that's already hitting hands. Next.
But this was posted. And I just wanted to say, I don't know what people talk about. Looks pretty damn good to me. Close to me on this. It's based off of, I guess, Jim Lee's cover art.
Who said it wasn't close to the art?
Oh, I heard some people yapping about the Robin. That Robin looks pretty damn good. That Robin looks better than the Batman in my opinion.
I was going to say, I thought the Robin looked better than Batman did.
The Robin's the best part for me, but...
Is this Frank Miller?
Frank Miller off of...
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, Jim Lee.
Jim Lee did a limited little run of comic covers, and his was the most limited that you could get from the line. And this is one of the covers.
Okay.
Like this piece at a good price, I would add this, but we're not gonna ever see the good price because we're getting rid of swooping. See how I covered myself there? Buck was ready to.
You like this piece?
I like this piece.
That's one where, like, if we were talking about it today, I would definitely say on stream it looks like SHIT.
Really? I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good piece.
Yeah.
I think it's done well, but it's not a good piece.
Yeah, as a Bat fan, I like this piece. Would it be the first one I pre-order? No, of course not. But building a collection over time, yeah, it's one that I would.
Would you get it on the aftermarket?
I played the tip.
Oh, wait.
He would pay double in the aftermarket.
Okay, this is where we're going to start getting into questionable territory. Actually, before we do that, before we get into the sale, let's talk about Gypsy Danger. Went up for order. The one we saw at the showcase.
Whoa.
100 edition size coming in at a price point of smacking $5,000.
It's already gone.
This
is already gone.
A big boy, that's for sure.
So I found it interesting, take it as you will, that their last Gypsy Danger life size human size bust, was also $5,000. So all these years later, no price increase. What does that really tell you?
It tells you that they'll
It
make
tells you that they really fucked you the first time.
No. That's not it, Vega. They're gonna make up for it in shipping. Don't worry.
Was the other one? Well, that's a whole other stuff. We got lots of stuff to cover with Prime 1 because that's another thing. Remain calm. That's the title tonight. Remain.
I was just about to bring it up.
Okay. First off, with this piece, did the other one have arms like this? Because this is going to be an absolute
no
Goliath.
I'm pretty sure that's what sets this one apart. Is that it's the
This is
battle
40,
version.
It's 45 inches across.
That's
Whoa.
insane. It's going to be massive.
Yeah, no, the other one was much smaller.
Definitely not for me, this piece, but this is pretty badass if you're a Pacific Rim fan. I just don't know how big of a Pacific Rim fan you have to be to put a piece like this in that.
So you literally have to have a room to just if you want the whole line, right? At this point,
like museum display kind of thing is the vibe I would get.
The castle.
Yeah. Where's Piggy?
I went to look at the shipping just out of curiosity, and I think for standard it was like $1,400, and for economy it was like $850.
For how many boxes?
I don't know. Oh, and then this one also, I could choose blood or snow for $1,000.
Wow.
I
can't check shipping here on this computer because it doesn't have my saved login.
Well, it's okay. I've already checked.
But it gives you both options?
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
Because it's not supposed to give you both options because of the tariff.
Why? No, I don't believe that's true at all. For in-stock items, I believe it's only showing one option, but for pre-orders, it's two.
So they're forecasting already. So what's the standard ship? Not standard economy on this?
The economy was $876.
Okay.
The standard shipping is $1,397.
That's a pretty penny.
Blood and snow are $1,000.
That's a pretty penny. But again, when it comes to shipping and Prime, I know they are the way they are, and that's why I question what they did with Wolf in trying to get collectors to go to their site to pre-order. I just don't know how they expect collectors to go to their site and pre-order product with that higher shipping price point. But
The economy shipping for Megan is $42.
Yeah, see?
But it's a much smaller piece.
The in-stock stuff is where you're getting nailed now.
Well, sure.
The shipping is better than what it used to be.
Currently?
It's been a lot more egregious. It was a lot more egregious before. Especially if you're looking at quarter scale. That's what I'm hearing, at least.
I checked a bunch of stuff. It looked pretty crazy. Like
in stock or pre-order?
In stock.
Yeah, we just said that. That's what we just said. In stock.
Oh, okay.
In stock is because there's only economy.
I feel like the pre-order doesn't matter because it's gonna change later.
That's the other thing you got to be careful about. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm referring to Wolf. You can't try to incentivize collectors to come to the site and then play games after. If you're gonna incentivize collectors to come to the site, you better have everything to a T organized, not misquote. For me, I have never ordered from Prime 1 Direct till I go through a distributor or I was buying in the secondary market, so I haven't experienced that yet. But stuff like Alfred, they were pretty on point with. The smaller quarter scale stuff. So when you start getting to that third scale, that the numbers start getting a little, it feels like a little bit of games being played.
Yeah. Do you feel like there? That's a stupid question. Actually, I take it back.
Ask it.
I was just going to ask if you really feel like there's that much value in having an estimated shipping cost on the front end, knowing it's going to change.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like with Sideshow, there's no estimated shipping.
So that point is fantastic. If you're going to give estimated shipping and it's going to be completely off, there's no point. You're right, because it's misleading. especially when it comes to a point where the piece is delayed, like Alan and Ken have experienced 3 years. Like your estimated shipping in day one when you pre-order it to 3 years later is going to be different.
Right.
But I will tell you this: Sideshow shipping is not very good either.
No, I'm not saying shipping is better or worse. I'm just thinking when I pre-order from other sites, I don't get an estimated shipping.
No, exactly. But I'm just saying,
that's all I was saying.
For people who like, I hear a lot of people just Prime 1, boom, down. Not even doing a little bit of research and so forth. If you compare even with Sideshow, I've compared pieces coming from Sideshow to Canada and from Sideshow to California, their own backyard, and it's cheaper coming to Canada. And I guess it's because it's different delivery services being used, and some of the prices could be, I don't know, cheaper. With the contracts could be cheaper. I don't know how they do it, but sometimes getting through Sideshow very pricey as well. You got to see, but Sideshow's customer service is bulletproof, so it's better to kind of suck it up and pay a little bit more as an insurance.
Sure.
That's how I look at it, at least.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Sideshow shipping prices that bad?
Sideshow shipping prices was.
I haven't. It's been a while. I'm still waiting on my.
I'm not saying they're as bad
It's
as
been a
Prime,
while.
but they're quite high. Yeah, I had.
I'm checking something now. I want to see.
And
So
not
if
only
I get the
shipping-
Captain Rex for $995 hairs, what kind of? Oh fuck! I'm on the wrong thing.
I think we were looking at 1/3 at the time.
Oh, were you looking at 1/3?
I was looking at 1/3, yeah. And comparing shipping.
Are you? You're comparing Prime One pieces.
I was comparing shipping it to Canada. It was a 1/3 piece, a guts piece, if I can remember right. When they had their sale, Sideshow had their sale. It was a Prime 1 piece, and Sideshow was having their sale. And we checked, and delivery to California and delivery to Canada was cheaper to come to me.
No, I just realized it made more sense to compare a Prime One statue from
Yeah.
Sideshow versus Prime One from Prime One than it would be to compare otherwise.
But this was their sale. So sorry, Alan. Go ahead, please, man.
That's right. I was just going to say, don't forget Sideshow also charges sales tax in the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get charged sale tax because it comes across the border, and that's where we get nailed.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. Alan, they're having their sale. You know, Prime 1 of their sale. It's
The same. It's majority stuff that's always been on sale.
the only thing I
Same
like
shit
is
the last couple of years.
I like the Xenomorph egg.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I really
I'm
like.
looking at under 500 at this point. I'm poor.
See, Buck, this is what we try to eliminate with the. Sorry, this is what we try to eliminate with my vision. Is
I
to
think your vision eliminates this.
You don't think it does?
No.
Oh, it will.
What was it? How do you like prevent this? This is them like having a bunch of overpriced shit and no one wants to buy it. Like not
Overstock,
enough people want to
over
buy
edition
it.
size. That's it.
Sorry, lower edition sizes.
Black Adam at 1600. Come on, the movie stank.
That's the same price they sell a lot of the other Blitzway collabs.
Oh,
Correct.
Three-Face Man.
Try-Eye.
How can no one want Three-Face Man?
Because shipping is like, I think 400, almost there.
Seriously?
Too many Batman pieces. Huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that piece.
Which one?
The Batman with the what was it?
Jim
The
Lee?
fucking- Yeah. That artist one. Yeah.
1049. You can almost give that away.
Shipping is crazy on a lot of these. The 1/3, it's about, for one box, it ranges between 300 to 350. In fact, actually, I've seen higher, like 400. And if it's 2 boxes, you're paying between 650 to 750 on shipping. However,
And that's because your only option right now is that economy, which I feel like they ripped off. And I don't know this, but I feel like they took out standard by air and I don't know what they're doing with the price. There's only economy. Economy seems very expensive.
But standard is always more expensive than economy. It's not even worth mentioning in terms of a price discussion.
But that's what I mean. I don't understand why it's so expensive economy. Typically, these pieces wouldn't be like this economy.
I think they probably ratcheted it up. The weird thing is they said you might still have to pay tariffs, like somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is odd. So if they're saying that, I don't know why the shipping would be inflated.
Here's Baby Blue. This is a nice piece too. Sorry, this is just stuff I would like. Keaton, not Keaton. Kilmer, Batman. That's still a little high. This wall is amazing. This wall is really, really nice. Really well done.
I was ready to pull the trigger on the Cyborg Superman.
Did I pass?
Really?
Yeah,
I've always thought that was a
like
beautiful
60%
piece.
off, I think.
But then I went to the checkout, and then they added the shipping.
Yeah.
And you said not worth it anymore.
You know what? Though, but I backstage before we come on, I was telling John, I looked at a bunch of these pieces and just looked at the regular retail, looked at the sale, and then added their inflated shipping on here. And a lot of the pieces were still with the new shipping and the new discounted price. They weren't higher than just the retail price prior. So you're actually getting it. It's still a good deal because you're getting it free shipping.
It's I would say it's still a deal.
Yeah.
Not
as good as it seems when you first look at it, though, but it's still a deal.
Hey, Popo.
And it varies on some pieces are just not good regardless. Like there's some of them, like the ones where they're just discounted by $100 and you have to pay $700 plus for shipping right now.
You're losing there.
Like their Dark Knight's Metal line is like bleeding.
One thing I like about the site interface is that when you add multiple items to your cart, like it's easy to check shipping individually for each item because you just click. It does like a single checkout for each item, and then you see the price on shipping, and it doesn't interfere with the other stuff that are already in your cart. So.
This Nightwing at $659. Oh my god, man, that's crazy. What were we gonna say, Alan?
If you have a chance to pick up that gadget wall at a good price, I have it. It's very well done.
I have it too. We did unboxing, remember?
Oh, I don't recall that. Okay.
Yeah, back one of the guys back at Voodoo hooked me up.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. I love that gadget wall.
That Justice League 30 whatever 99 Batman is $200.
I have that gadget wall, Alan, right off my White Knight, XM White Knight, so it looks like he's leaving the Batcave kind of thing. Oh man, I love that wall.
Oh, that's awesome. Sengoku Joker, man. I've always wanted that statue.
It's a nice Joker.
So amazing.
I have the Batman. I have the Batman versus Joker Dragon. Now I don't know what the shipping is on this, but that's probably going to be a better price than what I got it for back then.
Oh man.
Yeah. So this is unhealthy. End of story. For $199.
How do you rectify this?
1,000. That's I don't even like. I'd just buy that just to buy it. To be honest.
Yeah.
This piece is crazy. The Sam Porter. That's crazy. This piece.
I don't even know if this game really has fans.
But the statue's badass. I've seen the guy.
I think they're just fans of the director.
But
it's
yeah,
$181 off.
I will tell you this. This is not healthy. This is not healthy at all.
This particular sale or the last 17 they did?
The last 17. Like this just
okay. Because this is mostly I talk a lot of shit about Thrones, but I like that Harley Quinn.
Harley's the best. My favorite.
I gotta admit, I'm kind of upset.
It's not even a throne. She's just sitting on a fucking chair, but I guess we have to call it a throne because
I'll tell you this:
they're squatting, it's throning.
The circumference of that base, though, is
I've heard
it's crazy. I have it on a whole dresser.
I'll admire it from afar.
But yeah, this is not healthy.
I keep asking though, how do you rectify this? Like, what is your?
I told you.
So is it what you said earlier in the stream, or like you said something else?
I think you have to. I don't know. I think Prime 1. It's tough. It's really tough because, clearly, for these pieces to be going for sale at this high of a discount, there's some sort of maybe overcharging, clearly, with these pieces.
I think at this point they just want to get rid of it, like move it out of their warehouse.
I don't know. There has to be something.
They're not pricing it that way.
They gotta. Yeah, they're not.
A lot of these things are not being priced as though they really want to move them out.
Not egregiously yet, but
I think.
My bad. The question. I'm trying to get the question.
Sorry, John.
You no need to apologize. Don't worry. You gotta pull in the pricing a little bit. Cut the ES. Jungle Hunter had $17.99, for example. $17.99 throughout. That's ridiculous, and you can, and you make it limited. Cut the price, and I kind of like J&D's approach. In they do a handful of releases to the best of their capability. Try to go top notch within a year. They don't go flood an entire. They don't go flood the entire community with release after release after release.
Everything.
Yeah.
So do you think they? So are you saying that they need to not produce as much each year? Like not put as much up for pre-order?
With the way things are being conducted now, we're seeing this level of delays being made, and it's been like this for a while from what people say. I haven't been following it as closely as I have maybe over the last year, but the amount of delays, I don't see an impact on QC when it gets to the collector's hands, so they can somewhat handle the workload, but something has to be done. It's just there's too much product hitting the market. Like, look at how many Batmans there are in here. This is exactly why you're seeing them move away. I think this is why you see them pivoting away now from like the superhero stuff. Go down more of not so. I'm not gonna say not so popular line, but not a line that hasn't necessarily been done by so many other companies. Look at the Berserk. Sure, you see some Berserk pieces here, but that's it. You're not seeing.
There's barely any anime pieces
here. Yeah, right. So,
yay.
That's just how I feel.
It's the Batman graveyard, the DC graveyard.
Yeah, like there's no reason that Batman versus Joker should be there.
I think it was probably too expensive.
Too big, too, maybe.
Yeah. And again, that's like a design, like their design philosophy, like put them where they are, because they just go big, 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 regardless of how you're going to display it and how much it costs to ship, because that piece is going to cost a lot to ship as well, on top of the astronomical price. So who's going to want it? Even if you discount the statue, like, what are you going to do to discount the shipping? People are going to have to pay that. The cost is going to be eaten somehow. Well, and it's
yeah, you're right.
And that's a lot of their statues. So many statues are 2 boxes or more. Few statues are just 1 box from Prime 1.
But you're gonna have big collectors who like to collect the bigger pieces at the same time.
There's not enough of them.
I just think ESs were too big.
I feel like we've been seeing them like do smaller ESs, 150. When they come back and then they adjust the ES on a piece that's been announced and they chop it down like aggressively. Like the regular version will have only 30, and then they have 150 of some other one.
I think they've been successful now that they're doing that. You don't see those pieces in these sales.
They're not in the sales, but they're still available on the website.
I think one that comes to mind right away when you said that was Green Lantern. You don't even see that one in the aftermarket come up that often. I don't, at least. I think the slashing is helping.
It's probably helping. But it's, I'll say this, they're still available. I think generally there was just oversaturation with DC. So the fact they're pulling back, that's probably the biggest thing they could have done to help that. So reducing the amount of DC product.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else have anything about Prime 1 before we just go on? 60 people in here. Hope you guys are still enjoying the show. Try to keep up some energy. We're gonna have a little fun at the end of the show tonight. So
I think they should do more compact pieces. Get rid of the sub bases.
Oh my God! Please
they have a sub base on every single statue, almost, probably every single one. Get rid of the sub bases because you don't need to have them, and you can crop in on the bases, still preserving the main like concept. They don't need to be as big as they are for a lot of like example. The Harley statue you're talking about. Why is that statue that big?
Yeah, you don't need it to be that big.
Why is the base that big?
Yeah,
shouldn't be.
Yeah,
I would, and this isn't really in line with what you're discussing, but I would like to see Prime One kind of have what I would say is an actual art direction. But what I mean to say is something fresh. I feel like all their fucking pieces have such similar design language, and the focus, like what I've seen Prime One do, is really focused on kind of hitting that detail and having the character representation. But a lot of times it just never feels like inspired to me. It just feels very boring, but it captures the character, which a lot of people seem to be looking for based on feedback and the fact that Prime One keeps fucking making them. But I just like to see something different from them.
Yeah. And I think that's the route that we're going to try to take now with this whole moving away and focusing more on what they were saying original. Like, I'm not even an anime guy, and I thought that Evangelion bust was wild. That was really cool.
Good.
Right.
So
it was really good.
Just why I said remain calm again. I think we're all over the place, me myself as well. All companies, this has been a roller coaster of a ride over the last couple of years. Some companies are holding their composure more than others, and that's good, right? And some are just, maybe it's panic, maybe it's I don't know what it could be. We're gonna have to wait a little bit to see how everything trickles down, and how I think ever since what happened to XM happened, you start to think,
John.
you start to worry as to what can be done. XM was one of the top. Anyways, we don't have to go into it. What?
Hey John, did you see what Diane posted in the group?
I didn't, because I'm running a show and I don't have the Facebook open. What did he post?
We'll
pull it up.
Regards to tariff.
Okay.
But
it's about a specific website.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at it.
One that I've never even heard of. Were we done with all our pictures and stuff?
No.
Oh, can we get back to that so we can continue?
Let's wait. We don't have to spend too much time because we talked about it last week, but they officially put up the teaser photo for Obi-Wan, and this is what we saw last week at the Star Wars event. Star Wars Celebration.
It's a back in my day pose.
This looks so good.
He's adjusting his slacks.
This looks
Is
good.
this quarter?
This is quarter, correct?
So is this also expected to be an action statue?
They haven't said anything as of yet, and we don't know if they're gonna have the black label, which is famous for having that extra detail.
Actually, go back to the other pictures. Yeah, it is an action because the arm is the position of the
saber. It's holding the saber. Yeah. I knew.
Or maybe it's a switch out.
I don't know.
I think it could
be a switch out hand.
I don't think it'll be switch out.
That old arm have to move a little bit.
The arm will move for sure. That's what's going to be an action statue for sure. Good point, Johnny. See, every 100 episodes there could be one there. I'm
here for y'all.
I love you, buddy. And I think it looks good. Hey, well. And then J&D. Okay, this one I don't have to go too crazy. We talked about this. This sold out. Just don't be crazy, okay? With this, I'm not going to get too much into it. There was a distributor overseas. I think it's in Australia, and they went a little crazy, man. Like, you may be interested in these pieces. Don't let FOMO. I'm all for FOMO, but don't let FOMO go overboard. You want to get to the top of the cliff, not actually jump. Like, these guys wanted 9,000 Australian dollars for this pair, which was
what you're advocating for, John.
Which was the equivalent of 7,000, over 7,000 Canadian. What?
Whoa!
On what planet? So, they came. The company Shugo Toys, a little playing back and forth. They listed at one price and then it went up. I don't know. They went on to say that they weren't able to. I believe they weren't able to get it directly from J&D, so they had to go through another party, and they were trying to make it work to get it over to Australia for their customers. Okay, that's great, but to charge 9,000 Australian dollars, that's it. Kind of kills the whole. We're trying to get it over to our collectors kind of vibe. Like that's a very egregious price, considering that this is not even out yet.
That's what the hobby's about, you know.
That's what the hobby's about, but it has to be respectfully, like a fine wine. You know, it's not like you
You either get swoopers or you get swoopers or flippers. You gotta choose one.
You're gonna have shows like this. Well, I always prefer. Well, let's be careful. You're gonna have shows like this where.
While you're complaining about flipping, you're like,
you're gonna have shows like this and helping educate. Not everybody watches it, but get the word out. The guys over on the Australian group are fantastic for bringing this kind of stuff up. The transparency is great because it helps collectors. $9,000. God damn! If I had the piece and Michelle Pfeiffer came to life, I don't even think I'd pay $9,000. That's wild money. But hey, that's me. That's Jandize. It's like buying a house.
Flippers be flipping, man.
It's not a flipper though; it's a distributor. That's what's crazy. And they say the reasoning is because they have to buy through it's like a middleman now. From my understanding of how I understand.
They bought from someone for one price and then they sold it.
So I said, "Hey, give me the number to the middleman. I'll buy directly from him." Like, forget you.
Sounds like flipping to me.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like I understand. That's flipping.
As much as we don't want to hear it, a little bit of flipping is healthy.
No.
This is
this a little bit of flipping, John?
This is part of the unhealthy part. Like
okay, that's the unhealthy.
You know how you can't eat too much tuna?
That's them flipping you off.
Anyways, okay, LBS, we got a nice little sneak peek at a project.
Sneaker peeker
At a project that's in the works. It's a work in progress, aiming for 2026. We're gonna get a little look at a little bit of Lex Luthor here.
All right, everyone, look through the peephole. What do you see?
Alex Ross inspired Lex Luthor. This is what we're getting so far.
So is that a suit?
This looks like it's a mech suit behind them. This is what's part of the tease so far. And it's very early on, so you know how Jay works. Jay's
Right, the licensor is gonna get rid of the robot.
Jay is always eared to the... No, I hope not. That looks pretty... Jay is pretty close to ears to the ground when it comes to feedback and so forth. It's Lex Luthor. I hear Lex Luthor. I always think of that old Sideshow one when he was inside his mech suit. That's where I go. But this is his tease. I wasn't familiar with the suit. It is Alex Ross. Did a little homework. That's primarily what he does too. Is Alex Ross inspired? But I almost want to see Lex Luthor 2 without the suit on and kind of in his actual, like, in a suit, like a tailored suit. You know what I mean? Or his coat. Is that weird? That could be weird. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think
like that's how I picture Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I think I picture him the same way.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm not as big of a DC fan as you, but I guess, this is also hitting at those who want more than that, right?
Yeah.
I want something cool, flashy.
It's a tease. He's open to feedback, so he always says reach out directly, and he'll take it into consideration.
Yeah,
it's very early. So
it's very early, but my initial feedback is tease more Marvel.
Yeah, that's a lot of people saying that. Yep.
I'm sure Marvel probably has the range real tight on teases.
Yeah, I think so. But nice to see that this is at least in the thought process.
Yeah, that suit's interesting looking.
Yes, sir. All right. Some Facebook photos from collectors.
Did you already do the Absolute Batman tease from LBS?
Monday. I want to say we did that Monday.
Monday? Okay.
Yeah.
That was just interesting to see that coming up quick. That's when you know the licenser's like, hey.
Was there right, Alan? We covered it Monday, no? When you were on, I remember because you said that it was shown on Godlike.
Yes.
Yeah, we covered it Monday. That
Okay.
looks good. That one's looking good, too.
Lots of
I think
interesting pieces stuff
a
coming.
question with that one would be: some people enjoying the story, but how many people would back that look of Superman, of Batman? Which I think is
Sure.
an interesting.
Very new,
point.
very new, very niche.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But hey, I appreciate Jay's transparency. He'll send you a photo. You could tell him, "Hey, you need to work on this. This is not where it needs to be," and he won't tell you to, right, Buck?
Sorry.
You could give him feedback, constructive feedback, and they'll take it. Unlike
Oh,
some experience you've had where,
like Prime 1.
yeah, nope, not gonna happen. So always appreciate that from a company as well. It's a positive. But he's someone too where they got to work on production and getting that process out. It's exciting to talk about a whole bunch of new ideas and works in progresses and so forth. But that wheel has to turn too simultaneously.
They make I like the Wonder Woman, the sculpt.
Yeah, I like that Joker, man. That black suit Joker is. All right, so sharing some community photos. First off, from our guy Chris Silva with the City Hunter.
Dang,
is mammoth of a piece.
Silva have something arriving every week.
Silva's on a a tier.
Where
Some
does it
people be
go?
living that life.
Yeah.
Well, where does he even place all of these statues, man?
Oh man, he's got room. And he has Berserker coming and Wolf.
God damn.
Yeah. Huge. Thanks for sharing that, Silva, man. Nice setup.
Nice piece.
I like the City Hunter with the closed spear, as opposed to that.
Did he? Is that the one that comes with all the stuff?
Yeah, with the trophies.
Did he get that version?
I don't believe he got the trophies.
Okay. Financially smart man.
We got Sharuk shared his Cap and Wolverine, the custom Wolverine.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying it looks very similar to another Wolverine, LBS Wolverine that's coming out.
Yeah.
Customs did it first, is what I've learned.
What I've learned, I'll be honest. Maybe I haven't been paying attention I haven't been paying attention as much as I should, but lately, man, I just feel like customs are just, just copying a lot of concepts. Adding their little touches and differences to the piece, but the groundwork, the meat of some of the pieces that are being produced, man, it's what we've seen. It's what we've seen in the licensed world. So it's maybe not a favorable comment, but it's happening.
Yeah, I am struggling to find a lot of originality in the custom world.
Yeah, and that's where you should have the most originality, because you don't have the reins around the neck.
That's why we've evolved, including anime pieces in the discussion.
Yeah, and that's when everything's going down.
Yeah, the anime pieces are fucking fire.
Sharuk, thanks for sharing these, man. But in all seriousness, yeah, I don't understand if you're doing an unlicensed product, why not just completely balls to the wall? Like, I'll look at, I'll give a quick example, because I was part of the panel, and that's where I was really exposed to it. The Dark Side on Throne, right? You have the custom that was done, and you had Prime 1 that was done. Yes, both on Throne, but when you look at them, you see that they are completely different.
Yes.
Completely different on every count. You're seeing these other ones, the Superman they just did, that's like identical to the Hush. I saw one today for Aquaman. Was it Aquaman? Yeah, Aquaman.
Aquaman on the seahorse?
It's exactly like XM. Like exactly. I even like the XM one better, because when you turn it, they have the school of fish swimming upstream. This one just had the corals, but it's like my God, where's the originality? And I will say, I understand people need to make a living and need to, but I don't. I just don't think you should be copying. I understand if you own the rights to the IP and you own the rights to the statue, because people, you can do your own reiteration of the piece, which is not necessarily right either. But man, to come out from left field and complete, sometimes I should just talk to a wall instead of the public. I think. Am I crazy, or does that make sense what I'm saying?
I think
It makes sense.
It makes sense, but I'm not passionate about it the way you are.
I'm in the hobby, man. We host the show. I'm my heart's in this. Maybe I am too passionate about this.
It's not that you're too passionate. I just don't like. I don't have the same
sentiment.
Not like
investment.
I kind of agree with what you're saying, but I could just. It is what it is, I'm not troubled by it, I think there is a lack of creativity in customs. That's for me, that's not the main issue with them. It's the quality. It's most of the time it sucks, and then there's like rare exceptions.
Sideshow Archangel is a copy of a custom. Same thing.
Is that who said that? That's not true.
But again, you don't with I don't know. There's a lot of I don't know. I'm not gonna get into all that because I know with license it takes time to get the ideas out and approved, and I don't know what the year difference is. I'm not an X-Men guy, so I can't even get into that. But Random says it makes sense, but it's not realistic because of human nature. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's realistic. I think some guys are just trying to bandwagon here off of the success of other statues. Personally, that's how I look at it.
I think because of the scale, kind of doesn't matter, man. Like the amount of pieces they're putting out is pretty small. I think now maybe license companies might start to care more because their edition sizes are becoming close to the customs. But we'll see. I don't know.
Shout out to Slifer. We unboxed 3 pieces this week. We got one more coming up. His last one, I think. But he's been killing it with his collection. He got the Sideshow Mace Windu, which we unboxed live together. Nice looking piece. Well tailored. And then he got the Prime 1 Frieza, which both actually had a really badass light up feature. With the Mace Windu, the way the saber lit up was nice and slow. And then with this one, it just did some whole choreographed dance. This one did like it was he was doing his whatever it's called, Kamea, whatever. What was he doing? Kamehameha. Either way,
I think this is just him powering up, John.
Okay.
The Kamehameha is not a move that Frieza does.
Okay, sorry. And then lastly, we did the Nightfall Batman. And this is one that I want to add personally. This is awesome.
You should buy it.
I do. I do want to get. I actually messaged a local gentleman here, and I said, if you ever want to let it go, I'm your guy. Johnny 5, what's going on? And hold on, Buck, I got to stop you 1 second because our guy Rocco stopped by, and I read his name, but I didn't give him a shout out on the show, and I have to because Rocco, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Johnny 5, welcome to the show, man.
I hope that guy that wants to sell you the Azrael robs the cradle. Robs the great whatever the saying is.
Robs the cradle?
Yeah, what the hell?
That's a different.
That's Kanye West, man.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Not quite. But
other way around.
Yeah, I just hope like
he hopes he robs you blind, John.
He
takes you for every fucking penny.
Nobody likes me, I know.
No swooping for you.
No,
it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
I want him to do. I want that guy that sells the Azrael to do what's healthy for the hobby, John.
Perfect. Mr. Popo.
Mr.
Popo got a nice little handful of pieces. What else is new?
Damn.
Detective 1000, Batman Who Laughs.
These are great pictures.
That Batman Who Laughs is such a good piece.
Beautifully taken, and the Bermeo Joker as well.
That's
Love
nice
that
too.
Joker.
I love this Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, those are two strong pieces right there.
So good. Sweet pickup.
Damn, look at that. Look at that. That's
From what I hear, he's just renting them, so we'll see how long he has them for, and then that's what we should start, renting statues.
No.
Yeah, that was sorry.
Here, iPhone shots, he says. Renting statues, I'm telling you guys.
Don, you have so many bad ideas.
I have so many great ideas. You know, they're listening. They're archived. And I have them written down if anyone ever tries to take them. Trust me.
You know what no one's taking? The blow-up styrofoam shit.
That was brilliant.
No one's taking that.
Brilliant.
You don't even have to worry about writing it down, man. Ain't no one touching it.
Blow-up insulating for the box is brilliant, because then you could... And the other brilliant one was the hologram one. With this, you know, it's just ideas. I'm actually going to come up with
NFTs and all that shit have worked out so
John's
well.
ideas.
John's idea is only like make the stuff more expensive.
I honestly don't think John even likes his own ideas.
Renee,
I think he just says them and then he has to commit to it because he does it in a public forum.
Damn.
Renee got his Devil May Cry. Dante. We got to do a little trivia.
John has strong transitions.
I didn't see Stanley in here today. Oh, mama.
Who?
I didn't see Stanley in here today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know him either.
Congrats, Renee. Congrats.
Is that anime? This piece?
It's a game.
From Devil May Cry. It's a video game.
Okay. That's a pretty cool piece.
Ken, us, man. Nice display here with Brainiac and Apocalypse.
Lots of tentacles.
Yeah. Yeah. I put him up there I was moving stuff around. I set him up there temporarily and he ended up looking pretty good.
You should put the tentacle hand on Apocalypse.
Okay, hold on. For the next picture, I accidentally didn't put the person's name.
No, they do look good together, though. Ken.
Yeah.
That's a strong fucking
Are you
shelf,
keeping
too.
it like this, Ken?
Yeah. That's that. All my shelves are held real good. I use deep blockhead screws that go into the 2x4s in the walls. But yeah, there's probably well, the Apocalypse is heavy as hell. When I set it up there, that sucker was that shelf's pretty high. That was heavy, but there's probably close to 250 pounds on that shelf.
Okay. Our guy Michael, two beautiful anime pieces here. He got Blackbeard and Boa.
No, that is Kaido and Luffy.
This one is Blackbeard then and Boa, right?
Yeah.
And Boa? Okay.
Yep.
One of them was, but either way, this light up is insane.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
This is custom.
I don't watch this show.
No.
This is One Punch Man, not One Punch.
One Piece.
One Piece. This is custom work. Different, and look at it. Look at it. Appreciate you, Michael. Our guy, Nice Guy, got some of the accessories, the Avengers accessories. So he added them to the Hulkbuster, which is a good idea. Cap Shield, Eye of Agamotto, Yogamoto, whatever the fuck it is, from Dr. Crazy.
Mitsubishi.
And then the Mjolnir.
Honda.
Hyundai.
Mark Books.
Yo.
He got the flipping, what do you call that? Sentinel. He's been after that
Are
one.
these all current pieces? Didn't he sell that Spider-Man?
I think it's
I think
for
he
sale.
bought it back.
I don't think.
No, maybe it's for sale.
I think it's for sale. I don't think it's sold it yet.
Okay.
Or decide to keep it.
Snake Eyes and Sentinel are new.
Well,
He's got them.
I like that Sentinel.
I'm glad he got the Sentinel.
And then he has some Turtle Love. I want to say that Sideshow. I want to say.
Yeah. The 1/5 ones, right?
Yeah. And then he has
Those Mausers are nice.
Mausers, and he had a Domino's little piece.
Cell shading is so good on those.
Yeah. And he got his Mythos Boba. What were you gonna say? Beautiful
paint.
Paint, right? Yeah.
What's the
I like
is
his
that a
setup.
custom stand thing he has for the
head? It looks like it.
It fits kind of perfectly on there. I wonder if it was made for that. That's interesting.
No,
no, it's not.
Wow.
It's not. It doesn't
Had that
fit
for a
perfectly.
while.
Yeah, it doesn't.
We almost fooled them, Mark. We almost fooled them. You got his Mythos Boba. Classic. You can do 20 Bobas. Touch this one, this Mythos line.
I like the way Mark displays his stuff.
He does beautifully.
Yeah, he really amplifies the statue.
We got Alex, got his HMO, May and Felicia.
Mai.
I was gonna say Mai, and then my gut said May, and I went with the gut, and it was wrong. Sorry.
The boys really seem to like Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Ledge got his custom Predator bust
Where is it?
in his house.
I know, I can't
It
see
is.
it. It's so camouflage.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Needs a new camera.
Oh, he just got this camera. Apparently, this camera's good.
Oh my God, John! You have to, John.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus and keep things because we got
John, you gotta learn to capture when someone's speaking in irony.
I
Come on,
do
man.
have poor X-Men knowledge. It's true. I'm not.
This
an
was
expert.
a custom, right?
This was custom.
Custom.
Carl, I like that gray. I personally like the gray Hulk and the brown suit over the green. That's me. I like the look of the gray Hulk. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I like the brown suit Wolvie too.
This really, the picture with the two heads,
Yeah.
that got me because, you know,
What?
that's a
Look how well done the
scale
teeth
versus a supposed to be a slightly smaller scale, and
Those teeth look like XM teeth.
but the head is bigger on the slightly smaller scale.
Yeah.
Different proportions, right? Different sculptor.
Yeah. All that shit too. But I remember there was a lot of talk that the head would benefit from being bigger on that recent line of Hulk PFs.
It is a little smaller, that's for sure. Shout out to Carl. I like the teeth on this. I like this girl.
They're like XM teeth.
Yeah. Who?
Hmm.
Man.
They'll be back.
Terry. They'll be back. I think they're going to be back.
Yeah.
Later this year. No. I think they will be. That's my forecast. Is I think they will be. Terry got some of his Hot Toys. Super. Was it Super?
Look at his toys.
Batfleck you could have held. Look how nice that Keaton is. Hell yeah.
That back flag is way better than that Keaton. Right there, particularly, I think.
Okay. No way in heck. Okay, nice guy. Got you. Where is it here? Hold on. Oh, I lost it. The PCS, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. And this is inside a Maju space, 140 max.
I like how these pieces are in different levels, so when they're together, they look good. Like make up a nice diorama.
He does well. He does them well.
Yeah.
And then he did an XM gallery tour while he was traveling there.
Sure did.
I'll link up his channel to the description. You guys can go check it out.
Sure, already did.
Awesome.
Very good footage. Good quality.
Nice and clear. Yep. I got Graded HQ did a video as well on.
Oh, I love this picture. This is so good.
Yeah.
They
the Dark
fucked
Knight.
up that damn lightning bolt.
The yellow.
Yeah, I think that looks bad.
Yeah.
In comparison to the pure blue.
That's the thing, is that they were a little inconsistent, to be honest.
Yeah, they were.
A couple videos we did was the Everyday Display. Was our guy Theo. Go watch that, please.
Yeah, that was nice.
That 89 corner. Holy Mac, that was awesome.
Oh, I skipped through that part.
That was right at the beginning. Then I did a little carpool collecting, kind of reinvigorate that. I want to get back on that. And our everyday archive was Green Arrow, and that's all up. You guys can check it out on the channel. And I think that's it. Huge shout out, of course, to the channel members: Damiano, Brian, Ken, Bats in the Belfry, Ben, Boba Bill, and DeCorier. Appreciate you guys helping keep the lights on. It helps, you know. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel, being a member. I had trivia. I actually have a column ready, like I said, but maybe we should. Do you guys want to hold? I think we should hold off and keep it for next week because I wanted to do it in conjunction with Stanley. And look at this. He just doesn't show. This is what it feels like to have someone call in sick. Doesn't even message, nothing. Okay.
Fiverr.
That's fine, Stanley. I had the column ready.
It's weird because I'm used to. Is he ever miss shows?
Not a full show.
You pissed him off that one time, and this was it. You fired him. You fired him while he stepped away to take a big shit.
Not a full
show. He came back and found out, and he was like, "Man, fuck this guy."
It is what it is. But I have a column ready. I just know it's kind of late, and I appreciate you guys hopping on here this late, anyways. So we'll keep it for maybe Monday. Hopefully, you guys can make it. We'll do it Monday. It's actually one of those. It's a photo one where I show a picture of a statue, and I want you to name the company and the piece. I got it ready, but we'll do it Monday. All right, is that it? Here, let's close the poll. 28 votes only. Thanks to those who participated, but come on, guys, we gotta do better. 64% say no, they don't want to see a Sideshow Sinister Six line, and 36% say they do.
I really feel like I really do feel like that's a bunch of no's just to spite.
I do
because you talked it up.
I know
because you talked it up.
They're all
or to spite Buck because they.
Oh no, it's spite me. I know that's all hate watching and all.
No, let them spite Buck too.
It's okay. Sideshow usually doesn't listen.
I voted no.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Here, but he's not here. Ken, always good having you on, man. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, John. Thanks, buddy.
Have a great weekend. Of course, Alan, always good to have you on as well. Johnny, I think Johnny stepped away. Jerry, maybe Jerry stepped away too. Jerry's there. All right, just sleeping.
Jerry, how many beers deep are you?
No, just two.
Just two? Okay. Jerry and Johnny, appreciate you guys hopping on, man. Always fun. Buck, the same. And Vega.
I know you don't mean it.
I do mean it. From the bottom of my heart. I was heartbroken.
I know you don't mean it.
Turn off your camera, man.
I was heartbroken. I came in and we had our guys. I had Ken, Johnny, and Jerry here. I'm like, okay, we're going to do it. And then no Vega, no Buck. I'm like, this is how these guys do me. Is like this. D-Rock didn't. That's fine. That's fine.
I'd be pretty sad if I got on and
no one does
Johnny
you like
Jerry and. Well, I'd be happy if it was Ken, but
heartbroken.
No one does John like Cobra Commander.
My heart.
What was the sound effect, John?
Wow, you're bringing that up again?
Oh, Buck's really good at that. He's been practicing.
Random. Thank you, brother. And thanks for everyone who was in the live chat and who's watching the replay, guys.
You got to find the Dulcolax in the medication cabinet.
Select responsibly. Remain calm. Everything's gonna be okay.
Flush your system once a month, guys.
You don't need to spend money every day on the hobby. Remain calm.
This hobby needs more $9,000 pre-order statues.
This hobby needs an enema, is what I say.
That works too.
Remain calm. It's like
no swooping.
It's like the next
no
drug. Like you don't need to be spending money
swooping.
Money every second.
Exclusives. We need FOMO back.
The shipping's too high. Look to buy somewhere else. You got to worry.
Nowhere else is good.
Or just
bad
don't
everywhere.
buy anything.
That's it.
Exactly.
Enjoy what you have a little bit. God, we're all panicking and tearing.
I didn't say you had to do all
Let it all be rare.
Enjoy what you have. Don't be paying 9,000 Australian dollars for two J&D 2-pack.
You got your wires crossed, John. That's not what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to celebrate that because that's what you want.
No, that's not. I want it within reason.
Within reason. All right.
And definitely not from a distributor.
John's the kind of man who wants his cake and wants to eat it too.
Thank you, Cristiano, for being here the whole time. Appreciate you, brother. Have a great weekend, man.
And he also wants to swoop on the side.
He wants his cake, he wants to eat it, and then he wants a side cupcake.
No, because if I was swooping, listen, if I was...
I'm sorry. A side fruit-filled muffin.
One last thing. Hey, Phoenix is here. Phoenix came in new to your collector's wall.
Hey, Phoenix.
What's up, Phoenix?
With J&D.
What's up, Phoenix?
The Catwoman, if that was the case, I would cancel the Catwoman and swoop in the aftermarket. But the Catwoman, they're shipping June. They got back to me.
Oh.
So if you pay your bill...
All right, so pay your shit. What you doing?
I know, I'm going to pay it.
I hope that's still available for a swooping price.
It doesn't matter in Canada.
Did they set an expectation for your payment, like a date?
No, that was weird too. They did.
Because if it's not going to ship till June, like I'd rather pay end of May.
I also don't want to take a risk, and I'm sure it's going to go in order of how people pay too.
You think? Okay.
I think it could.
I guess that could make sense.
But they got back to me in a timely manner, so I'm like, I'll give them a shout out. Like I said, and I said this in the carpool collecting. I feel bad saying anything negative about a company in this climate bringing a statue to market early. If anything, that should be applauded. As long as the QC is there, that should be applauded. So it sucks, but that's why you got to plan and keep your things in order for stuff like this. It doesn't happen often, but hey, we're changing the game here. Changing the game.
Mm.
You know? To the moon. The prices are going to go to the moon. The moon haunts you.
They're all
Peace, guys. Have fun. Be safe. Have a good weekend.
The fuck is this peace sign? Then you cover your eyes.
Go enjoy the sunshine.
Sunshine. It's storming outside.
Go do some. Take up another hobby, maybe. You know,
drugs,
fun stuff. No, you know what's very relaxing? The
drugs.
The reptile thing. That's been very soothing.
Little marijuana.
No, don't do that stuff. Okay. Or just work.
Have some weed gummies and watch Across the Spider-Verse.
Peace out. Peace out. We'll see you Monday.
Hit up your local dispensary.